Yep, that's it.
Yay!
Hi.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Not sure why you waited to do that until after I hit the start streaming, but okay.
Why don't you have a seat?
I've been saving it for days.
I panicked when we started streaming.
There's the notification that we're live.
Ooh.
Make sure.
Who's live?
Is it anyway? Whose life is it anyway?
Yeah. It's alive. It's alive.
I just want to make sure.
Tiny Powder is playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, cool. Who the fuck is that?
No.
It's funny because it hurts.
Oh no.
Gravity. Oh god.
Yeah.
At least I never expected it.
Yeah.
So this is Timothy?
Yeah. That's been him the whole time. I've shown it like 3 times to the camera, and we've always not been streaming.
Okay. Well, we're streaming this time so they can see your gimpy, weird, Liefeld-esque arm. Oh no, man! I see. That's a blade coming off the arm.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was the arm, so it just like went into a point, and then the other one was really fat. I was like,
I never claimed I'm a good artist. I just have a passion for the art. It takes up a notch.
Sorry, I'm just checking the audio.
So is this supposed to represent Timothy's six-pack?
No, it's supposed to. He kind of works out a little bit, but he doesn't have a 6-pack. But the suit does.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
like
that
a
makes
Batman suit.
It's okay. That's where he keeps his extra Coors Light.
It's like the fake 6-pack machine that they have. Like it's like a grill that sits over top of yourself to make it look like you have a 6-pack.
For our audience.
Ride the crotch. Ride the crotch for a long time. I just want to say that.
That's the most important part.
Yeah.
It has a detachable crotch, so that when he needs to go to the bathroom, he doesn't need to take the whole suit off.
Just like flips down.
It's like,
What are you?
it's like
advanced technology from like the late 1800s.
it's like the little flapper on the.
Yeah.
You have a butt flap. You have a front butt
But
flap.
I have a both. It's
I was gonna say he'd need a butt flap too, because what if he's got
yeah.
drip
It's
a
both. Everything is detachable.
Can we finish this combat, fellas? I'm really gonna.
You expect me to just go in my suit like an animal?
Your companion who you made.
What you need to do is build it like a Space Marine suit, where you can just go in the suit, and then it recycles your waste into protein paste.
Oh, there you go. And then
Is that really? That Space Marine suits do that?
Yeah, they'll eat their poop. They eat their poop all
God damn.
the time.
Hey,
This
it's
is-
recycled.
This is why people would rather be the Chaos Space Marines and be sin eaters rather than be shit eaters. That's all
Yeah.
there is to it.
Ooh, what he says about our emperor.
Yeah, I know. It's heresy, but that's fine.
I figure everything's heresy. What's not heresy?
Kevin, that's heresy talk.
But going back to our suit question.
No, that's heresy.
That's technology not understood by man. Sorry,
Well,
heresy.
We're talking about real life situations here.
That's heresy.
So Batman,
Yeah.
how does he do it? How does he do it? Sorry.
Willpower.
Well,
Dude,
God.
he sleeps for 4 hours a day. He goes in like intense mental training to make sure that he only
He's
has
probably
to pee
has
for,
like the
2
worst.
very condensed minutes.
It's
Yeah,
clockwork.
he just saves
Clock
up. Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
work.
He is
doesn't
the
have
most
a second.
regular dude you have ever met.
Yeah.
If Joker figures it out and strikes at
Right.
9:15 a.m., Gotham's due. That's all I'm saying.
Batman, what's your secret? Fiber.
Consistent fiber intake.
Not my years of training and millions of dollars. Sorry, billions. It's fucking consistent fiber intake.
Yeah.
Because Iron Man,
Sorry.
his suit is like, you know, though he can just take it off and put it on like really, really
Yeah,
fast.
his is like aerosolized.
Yeah. Gideon, I need
Frozen
to...
poo follows him wherever he goes.
Yeah, it's like an airplane.
Yeah.
And Superman probably takes like super shit, so...
Does
don't
Superman?
know, but he
Does
goes
Superman
to-
have to even?
Yeah.
Like he's an alien. He may
we've
not
never-
process waste the same way we do.
No.
We've
Well, he
never
lives
talked
like the
about his
sun.
physiology.
He just might excrete.
What do you think his lasers are made of?
Shit lasers. Don't those come out of your eyes?
I had bad
Yeah, why do you
burritos.
think my eyes are always red afterwards?
Wicked
oh!
pink eye. Wicked pink eye.
That's a pink eye.
I got wicked pink eye. I don't know
That's
why
accurate.
that sounded Jamaican instead of Bostonian, but I guess.
Wicked or tatted. Back the tat, have it, yad.
Where your khakis at?
Khakis.
I'm looking for the khakis. Hey, have you checked the khakis for the khakis?
Yeah, have you been to Old Navy? Get the khakis.
Duly appointed federal marshal.
I'm duly appointed.
Welcome to our Bostonian hating podcast. Where
Our
we
Our one viewer.
Bostonian.
Our one viewer has
That's not true.
You
I
were
love
one of those
Departed.
viewers.
Yeah, I left. You guys talking shit about Boston. I'm out.
I draw the limit.
But not the band.
It's getting Andrew well.
Have you seen The Town?
Well, that's
the
good.
Town is a good movie.
Yes. Yes, it is. Just gonna try raising that, increasing the gain, rotating it that way a little bit.
Oh, really?
He's getting more gains.
Yeah, no, I'm getting Andrew fine. It's this end of the table which is having a little bit of a harder time.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
it should probably be fine. Like it's still at a level that's more
So,
than acceptable.
are you saying it's wicked?
It's wicked retarded.
Wicked or tatted.
We're not supposed to use
mom
that
died.
word anymore.
Natural causes.
We won't do it. Natural causes. Name's Danny. Look for the real world.
Is Peter Griffin from Family Guy? Is he supposed to be?
Rhode Island.
Well, the kind of.
So actually, I have some more things I'm going to change next week. It sounds fine,
Oh,
but the Elgato has a spot for audio in through
I'm gonna
auxiliary
stick my
port.
dick in it.
Oh,
So
It's gonna hear me come.
yes, I could use the audio interface,
Mix it directly into that. Basically, mix it all.
and
in
then
one.
there's no delay
That's
because
what we
it's
call
all
a
coming through the
fastball
same.
special, folks.
oh, is there a delay between?
The Elgato. So the camera's right there.
Right, but is there a delay between the audio and the video right now?
No,
Oh, okay.
There's a setting.
but I had to set a delay for the
Oh,
audio
okay,
to sync
great.
it up too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's bizarre.
that makes sense.
It's bizarre.
How much?
How bizarre. How bizarre. Okay. I guess I'll kick it off once
That
I
makes sense.
lock my chair in place.
Hot blast.
Yeah. So
Oh, that was so.
we haven't had a session for quite a while, but this is our. We were calling it D&DJ. I'm not
Yeah.
100% on that name anymore. Like
Why
after, I don't know. Just, I was crazy about it, but
He's not a DJ anymore. He
I
moved.
guess
to,
not.
He's
No.
a what they call him now?
dungeon jockey.
Yeah.
What are we? Anyways,
That
we've
would
been
be
playing
Dragon
Fate.
Jockey actually, because the D and DJ. The second is
I was
Dragon.
gonna say dungeon jockey brings up some problematic
Yeah.
connotations.
That's DJ and D.
I can see why you had a problem with the name.
Yeah. I don't know. Just the more I heard it, the more I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. We've been playing Fate Core. We had 2 games running separate from each other.
Mm-hmm.
One was an Alliance game that Gabe was running.
Yeah.
And
There's
then
also an Alliance game.
There's also was there?
No, there's
Okay.
not.
Well, there's now.
How far got it?
Then
Some really fat,
and I was
dirty
running
human.
the Horde one, and then just due to summer events, people having to miss for whatever reason, various reasons, traveling, vacations, we've decided to merge them so that when we have to miss one, it's not as confusing in the middle.
There was a
Hopefully.
real life chaos event, and then now it's a game chaos event.
No, yeah, now Battle for Azeroth, so I thought this would be done by then. but
BFA.
Really?
I don't know, I wasn't 100% out of the way.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm Tanner Power, the host, Sean, Maxim.
Cool. I'm Gabe. In this, I'm going to be playing Audha Madflight. She is a Griffin rider that I had written from the Alliance side, so I stuck the NPC as a PC.
I'm Alex. I will be playing Tim Othie. I like to do weird voices, so I apologize in advance. But he's a gnome tinkerer.
I'm Andrew. I'll be playing Syncoma Rage Cleaver. He's a Tauren druid. You might remember him if you watched any of the old streams.
And I'm Kevin. I apologize for nothing.
Neither does my character. You don't get his name.
Which is frustrating because there's plenty to apologize
Oh
for.
yeah, you'd think so. I'm playing Markov Van Hoff, a reluctant Horde trailblazer, who's also an undead humanist.
I do definitely like this new video setup.
Yeah.
Just visually seeing it, it looks much more appealing.
I agree.
Um,
This is great.
You can have that. You're not gonna finish it?
Yay!
No, it's terrible.
It's delicious. I
I
like
can't think of what it tastes like.
ass blast.
Ass. Yeah, we've already been over this. I don't know if they've been recording or not, but we've had
That's
this
about Alpha's
conversation.
ass juice.
Ah.
Yeah.
Here, Bang, you can have some free publicity from our
No!
Oh, that's what it tastes like. Sex in a can. Got it.
50% of us, 50% of the people who tried it thinks it tastes like
Ass.
ass.
The
The
other-
other 50% also thinks it tastes like ass, but apparently likes that taste.
Yeah,
so-
well, yeah, of course.
It's acquired.
This is the thing, though. I can survive the ass taste when I know it hits all my macros.
That's actually the name of his blog, is Ass Acquisitions.
Acquisitions.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
No one expects the acquisition.
Taking going after the big fish, going after Penny Arcade. I see.
Yeah.
Gotta teach them a lesson.
well,
Knock them off their high horse.
What are you looking for?
Making good content
Coaster.
on a regular basis.
Oh,
There's like a million.
they're hiding.
I got you, fam.
hey, I got a coaster. I got it. No, I can't do that, so God damn it.
So going into this, we of course have a couple of like bullet points of why the games are now merging into one. The players are playing their Horde and Alliance characters. They are working on the same team. And is that my hand or whose hand is? Oh, it's Andrew's.
No,
Andrew's
it's
hand
mine.
was getting it.
Not mine.
No, it was
No,
Andrew's. It was. Raise your hand just a little bit to the right. No, keep going.
That was Kevin's.
It was on. It was
Oh,
on
that-
the camera looking at them.
it's mine.
That's his.
No, it was on the camera looking at you two.
Dude.
It was Andrew's hand. Andrew's hand is literally the only hand that could have been in front of the camera.
Oh, there you go. So
Gotcha.
we have a
I
few
misunderstood.
hand situations
Yeah.
where hands will be
I was
in
looking at
different...
the top one, not
Yeah,
that
that's-
one.
Well, that's like Alex was like banging me.
You got it, babe.
Andrew,
Which
you
you
want
can do in your
to
free
right?
time. It doesn't affect the game.
You
Acquisition.
want to come a little bit to the right so it's
Yeah.
not, just so it's not blocking the
What's
camera.
up, Kevin? How you been these days?
Oh,
I didn't mean that far.
Alright.
Okay, it's fine. I can still mostly see the flag. It's alright.
It's
We
wicked.
can- The flag is just pinned up. You can just move
I know,
beside
but I
it.
don't want to have to get up.
That's fair.
So, in my game, running up to it so far, well, in both of our games,
Kind of looks like a Halo sword. Like if you look from the top.
Yeah.
thank you.
Anyway.
Thank you. Very constructive.
Yeah.
We're starting late. Let me focus, okay?
That's fair.
And I don't have anything to go on, so I have to come up with stuff very quickly, so I want to stay focused.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my game and our game, we had the seals that the players were breaking because a life elemental was sealed away, and these seals were like destroying some of the area of this island that the players have been on. Timothy wanted to plant a bomb. Or no, I'm sorry, a sonar.
Yeah, I was not the bomber, but I was going to draw the bombers.
Because the bombers were on Bat Riders previously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wanted to, yes, attract the Horde to a new ally and have them bomb them
Mm-hmm.
so that the slaves, the Murloc slaves,
Mhm.
could make a bull rush towards the Alliance
Captain.
city,
Yes.
where presumably the
Free.
Murlocs think they will be freed and
Because of
find
Timothy's
salvation.
promises to him.
Because
Yeah.
of Timothy's promises.
Yeah, it wasn't a well thought out plan, and his and his trouble changed as a reaction.
We'll get to why the trouble changed here in a little
Yeah.
bit when Sean fully explains it.
Yeah. Did you want Kristoff to become a villain?
It's up to you. If you want to use them, you can.
How would you prefer it?
I'll fight him. I'll fight him.
You think just like crazy?
Yeah.
He'll fight his brother. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
Scarlet
Well,
Crusade type crazy.
Well then,
he's looking for a leader. He's looking for.
all right.
He's gonna be the new Murgray.
So Einhar, the character I was playing, had recently been killed. Death Knight, or well, Warrior Worgen, killed, brought back as a Death Knight. Never got full resolution on that because no one would actually tell me that who did it to me. They purposely, well, I wouldn't say purposely, but they.
Didn't we
just in
establish
conversation.
that you walked in and got my notes though? From my
Yeah,
case
that's what
notes?
we're about to establish.
Yeah, we're coming up on that. Yeah. So Einhar finds out about Andor, Ender Crackhorn.
As the dwarf priest.
Yes, with information that was
Crackhorn.
provided by Timothy, who was coming in to like try and investigate him, and then while he was just asking him routine questions that he was asking everyone on the Alliance side, not just people who were recently brought back to life to check their loyalties.
Of course.
Einhard just started flipping through his notes and found the information that Ender Crackhorn had been lying to people, and it very heavily looked like he was involved in that. So he calls him out. Do you think it's better if he kills him?
I think it's up to you. You're the GM. But
That's fair. I am the GM now.
I personally don't have any attachment to the character, so
That's
like,
fair.
it works either way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say he killed him. Cool. Yeah. I think that's more thematic. It leaves some more
Sure.
bigger events going into the next one.
And it only confirms Kristoff's suspicion that undead are evil.
Yes. So Kevin's old paladin was being indoctrinated into a church.
I was learning some lessons, and then I had lessons shown true by Anders being murdered by an undead. I thought it was my friends.
They jump you in?
No, they're like, hey, undead! Look, they're murdering people.
Yeah. Blood in, blood out, motherfucker.
I'm just really happy it worked out this way, but when I look to the right, it actually, the camera is set up correct. I don't need to invert it. It's just very nice. I'm very happy it worked out that way by a happy little accident. Yeah, so Einhard probably makes a break for it, and then you probably Kristoff probably starts leading a crusade against the undead with his newfound beliefs, led with Telsuri.
Yeah.
Does that sound?
That sounds great.
Yeah.
The high priest and the high
Do you
paladin,
start
the new
dating
Star
Telsuri?
Crusade.
Yeah,
Do
essentially.
you start dating her?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of weird.
She's kind of my mentor.
How dare
Like,
you? She is a nun.
She's got to throw the first move down.
She was
there.
she was
She was
about to-
engaged.
Yeah.
To my character.
I know. Well, clearly
And
that's
then she
off.
took an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, she
When
was
that
throwing.
engagement
Yeah,
ended.
she was throwing rocks at you.
This is a D&D.
Yeah.
Although it is under the D&D channel.
But you're a filthy liar.
we need more options.
We do.
That's
Twitch's
Twitch
fault,
makes
not mine.
Fate needs to
Fate.
protest Twitch to add that as an option.
I don't
Fate
think
courses.
Fate has that sway.
Oh,
Yeah,
put the
this-
schnickel hat.
Yeah.
I'll call him for that.
I got one speed
What-
dial.
So when we were discussing this, we couldn't have a session last week because Andrew wasn't here with his Dark Iron Dwarf. What would he have been doing through all this? Do you have any-
Was there chaos and mass confusion?
During that, yes, 100%.
He probably would have been maneuvering to kill Brozeg
Okay.
because that guy was a major
How do you
Racist
think that turns
impediment
out
to
for him?
him.
I mean, I won't mind
He's
telling
probably
you,
not the
I
one.
would rather Brozeg not to die because I don't want to establish a new leader for the Alliance for the, players that are here.
I want to make more work for you, so.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Well, what
Brozeg's sticking around.
What about the notion of Rosic being like wounded to the point of like actually like he's clearly injured when he has to go to the diplomatic stuff or whatever. Like I don't know if as far as like crutches or whatever, but at
Yeah.
least like
Yeah.
Like, you successfully-
What happens to your character though?
What happens to Turin?
Yeah, if you make an assassination attempt on him, you injure him, which when they go to
because I'm thinking especially
fight
the
at this
Horde-
town and
Yeah.
which ends in negotiations, but it looks he's definitely wounded going into that.
Yeah, and he like especially if the Horde like at times might strength mentality, they see the Alliance person on their side as wounded, so that could create some interesting political
So,
tension.
so what happens to?
Turin probably then goes about setting up what he was intending to do, which is to get as much wealth or whatever as he can for the Dark Iron Doors.
Would he leave the island at that point, or would he stay on the island and try to take advantage of the island's resources?
Probably stay there at least until everything's all set up. Cause
But like he couldn't stay in the Alliance City because he just tried to kill Turin.
So you try to kind
Right.
of start up a
Well, he
dark
probably would have
consortium.
been.
No,
he probably
he
would have
just tried to
hired
kill Brozeg.
Oh, Brozeg, I mean, yeah.
He would have hired
Doug.
Torrent
Handle
is
it.
the Horde leader.
Angela
So-
Tempo as a sniper.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Brozeg probably rightly suspects him, but
There's
Okay.
no proof.
So you think he's still hiding there within? You think the
In
Dark
plain
Iron
sight.
Dwarf is still hanging out with the Alliance people?
That makes sense.
Probably.
Until
I was
suspicion's
asking,
strong.
like,
Until suspicion's
I'm
strong.
okay with that being the story going into it. I just want to know that I have everyone's characters where they're at. That way, as if I use them for something, or if I fill in background information on
Yeah.
something's happening,
If we're going,
It's
if
true
we're
to what
going
your
with the
guys-
route that he's like that it ended with Brezak wounded, then like he probably knows exactly who did it, but probably can't prove it because it was a sniper shot. Like
okay.
there's enough.
Chaos. at that
Deniability,
moment and everything,
yeah.
Okay.
So you're trying to be like mafia, kind of throwing resources people's way during a crime type crisis because
Yeah.
the government.
That makes a lot of sense. And then he could try to
Call it
basically.
in later, yeah.
It kind of makes sense that Torrent more goes more in the criminal side after this. He's not really doing like being in connection to the criminal side of things much before, but now he's like, well, if they're going to treat me like criminal,
Stealing,
yeah,
killing,
go full
yeah.
criminal and try and take the resources that the Alliance is gaining here to funnel just towards Dark Iron Cores.
Can you pass me Mock Death sheet?
So most of the notes we have is what was the result of the Alliance game. I don't actually know if we took a lot of results of information on the.
Not as many on the Horde.
Yeah, so we'll need to do some of that.
Well,
But-
that's half the words they gave changed characters.
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll get there though. So he's actually turning over to more corrupt criminal activity, but he is still in town. Kristoff has set out on a holy crusade now with his newfound beliefs.
Is he still on the island, or is he going back to?
He's staying where Telsaria is. If she leaves,
Okay.
does she leaving to get more people?
No, she's well.
because there's obviously a undead
Sure.
scourge here.
Sure.
There's
Yeah,
someone making death knights.
they've left the island. They're
That makes sense.
probably be coming back. What would your new character Oda was? Your new character is a Wildhammer dwarf, right?
Yes.
And was saved actually by Einhar,
Yes.
and then you're just continuing with this character that you had previously created.
Yeah.
So you're probably doing some recovering, but then what? Going into some of these events is your new character.
What is the situation that happened to Einhar after the Ander thing?
Killed Ander, was being brought in probably for trial.
Telsaria probably brought him back.
Like, well, no, people. Well, this is how I would see it. I think people probably try and corner him in town, and then he, points out why he honestly believes that this is the case. And although people are like, yeah, that might be the case, but we're putting you in chains. You have to come for.
So he's staying here, or is he going back?
I think he makes a run for it after that,
Okay.
using his high athletics because that was his best skill.
Gotcha. If he started making a run for it after, among other things, Otto would probably volunteer to be a part of
The search.
the search, and then Honor Griffin would hopefully, I imagine, catch you and help you, fly you further away
I
because
was
you
guessing
just
you were
saved her life. So
Do you want?
yeah, that's 100% the way I'd like it to be.
Okay.
I think Otto would continue viewing Einhar as a friend in that regard. Like,
Fair enough.
you saved my life, so I'm going to
So that
return the
he.
favor. I could see him. I could see
Probably
her
the
kind of.
Kestrels.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could see either the Kestrels or the Gorlites. I was about to suggest this, but those are the two races we haven't done anything with really. You've done a little bit with the Kestrels, but I could see Einhar making an in with one of the
I
races.
could
we
see
haven't done
her
anything
knowing the Kestrels because
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
a flyer, but
That makes
also you
sense.
guys are kind of just learning about them now. So
Yeah.
it also makes sense that you wouldn't. But either way, takes him to some secluded location where
Yeah.
it's safer. Do they find out
Of what?
that you did that?
I would think no.
I would think no too, but
My character doesn't especially have a high deceive, so it's one of those things where if someone had a reason to suspect her and started questioning her,
then you'd probably crack. But
yeah. But if there's no interrogation into her, no one trying to see if she helped, because she did volunteer to help try and find Einhar,
gotcha.
making under the guise of I'll bring him in.
And people probably didn't suspect you because you just showed up to town. Like, you have no attachment to this guy. But
No, well, he's been in town. She's been in town for a while. She was the Wildhammer,
She was the-
Griffin Rider
she was the
there,
Griffin Rider?
the one that came back wounded
So-
from the
Before they
attack.
would want-
We were
session.
we were talking with the alley.
Well, she had been there from the beginning. She was in the
Oh.
roost when you guys
Oh, okay.
first showed up.
Yeah, she'd been there. She just really didn't have any speaking lines. So,
Yeah, it's true. She did
She
not.
was an extra.
But she had no
Okay,
police attack.
Kevin, I wrote like
So-
20 NPCs in the group interactive.
So basically,
So-
Neddard Stark
Not on my list. That's all I'm saying.
Neddard Stark calls him to the front of the court and sends him to go hunt down these marauders who are just killing these farmers, like
Yeah.
horses and stuff. And he doesn't have any lines. He just kind of bows and then goes and does that. And then like 2 seasons later, he comes back with lines.
Just saying. Not on my list.
Yeah, I'm cool with Beric Dondarrion of this.
Beric Dondarrion's a great character.
He is. He's badass.
And you get to come back to front with that.
Yeah, bonus round.
Bonus round. Bonus life. Okay, so Kristoff has left. One of the prime negotiators. Einhar, one of the stern negotiators, has left. Brozek's not a negotiator.
Correct.
We've
But
already
Syncoma-
established that.
Syncoma negotiated.
Yeah, he's on the other side.
Yeah,
Sync
but he's on the war side. We're still resolving the alliance
We're-
issue.
Yeah,
we're
the
not
alliance is
doing-
fucking falling apart.
Basically, what,
And-
what we're just talking about now is going into what would be a fight at the Allegor City, which will result in, or not the city, the town, which would result in negotiations being met.
Gotcha.
But before we switch over to the Horde side, we're going to bring the alliance all the way there,
Yeah.
and then we'll figure out what exactly is going on with
Yeah.
your characters and what was my game. So, you guys go to meet with the Badgers. Brozek probably can't go because he's wounded. So he leaves Timothy
In charge?
Yeah.
and probably Torrent.
In charge.
No, he may not.
didn't
He may not trust
Torrent.
Torrent. Yeah, you're right. He may not trust him
Both. Okay.
Yeah,
because he
could've
suspects
sent-
him.
He could have sent Otta at that point. Like she had just proven herself in battle against
Yeah,
the
that makes
Riders.
sense. That makes sense. Do you think he would? I think he would send Torrent to go investigate the murder or the attempted assassination,
Oh, okay.
just to waste his time
Yeah, that makes sense.
because
Little
he's
silly
because
yourself.
yeah
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he suspects him. So like,
That's fine.
I mean, I think that makes
Oh,
sense
he
to
would.
me, but.
He's probably fine wasting time doing that because
Well,
then he can
yeah.
waste time and
Do
appear
other
to be
stuff.
doing
Yeah.
a thorough investigation, and then come back and be like, "Yeah, it was."
You're looking really hard at those books, Turin. Good job. Yeah. Job.
Yeah.
Maybe you
You've talked to a lot of seedy individuals in the last
Yeah.
couple days. You've
Yes.
done really good research.
Yes,
all
I
part of the
have.
job. All part of the job.
Maybe you find a patsy like who's actually gonna take the blame as well.
I think he assigned someone to go with you.
Who?
That's a good question. I don't know who it should be.
I didn't find that many people with the guard. Because you guys
Krista.
didn't have a chance to interact with them that much. Christoph had already left.
Kristoff has left.
Yeah.
He's left with Telseri, headed back to
The mainland.
the mainland.
China.
To yeah. I don't know if there were any. I think the only people that we noted down were people.
She's
that
a night
were,
elf. You dumb fuck.
Tell me in a book.
quest givers essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
That
There
Darnassus
was
is
the
not
one that
China.
her name was Abelina. She's the quartermaster. She could be someone to go with. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
but she's kind of
know what Darnassus
Yeah.
is.
She doesn't really. Yeah.
It's
No.
a place where there's
Um,
like a big tree, and that's where most night elves are from.
Okay.
I think he sends.
Learn cold bread.
I think he sends the other
I'm A-okay.
Dark Iron Dwarf.
Oh, the one
Let
that's
me
scratching.
arcade?
Let me off
Yes.
cake. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's the warlock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, let's go find this murderer.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
And she.
So she'll probably ask, "What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that? Like, like, are you saying it like that? Are you actually saying like, let's go find? Yeah, let's go work real hard to find. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but you're being sarcastic about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she'll ask, "What do you mean by that?"
Everyone hated Brozak. You want suspects? There's a whole town full of them. Guy was a dick.
To be fair, she should probably hate Brozak too.
Oh yeah, he locked you up for suspicion of murder before.
Yeah, especially Murray Einhard for those.
He would have done, yeah, he would have done the same to me.
Which that could be
Like-
what Brozek's thinking here is politically. Okay, we'll put the Dark Iron Dwarfs in charge of it, so that way it forgives them for the whole original
No,
Einhard
I-
thing. But
She was friends with Einhar though,
Yeah, but they put her
and
in
Einhar
jail.
only said good things to Brozak about her.
that's true.
Yeah.
And that's why I
But
think
she still got
Brozak
thrown
would
in jail
trust her
for it.
on that.
Gotcha.
Or, like,
yeah,
arrested.
because she was the one that put the
Because
blame
Andrew
on her.
blamed her.
Yeah, yeah. But afterwards, Einhard did say, "Hey,
And I assume Brozak trusts Einhar in the murder situation,
yes,
but being wounded and everything,
Yeah,
and
he's-
Telseri sending people out.
Yeah. I think especially with like his core of people he could rely on kind of crumbling around him. You know? Like
turn two.
he relied on Einhar. Einhar killed someone. He knew that he could rely on Kristoff. Kristoff went back to the mainland to tell Sari. You know, like...
Yeah, no. but Einhar, but he did trust Einhar. That was his favorite of the four.
Yes.
And he did say that she was trustworthy.
Yeah.
Who was his second favorite?
Kristoff. Hands
Who
down.
was his third favorite?
You.
Who was
Because because Einhar told him specifically not to trust Torrent. And he didn't say don't trust Timothy, but you did kind of annoy him.
Yeah, well, annoying isn't
Yeah,
it?
he had a thing.
Is
He
it
had
a
a thing.
reason
He
to
was.
not be trusted?
He may not have been exactly racist.
He's
although his heightism is equivalent to racism in this
it's
setting.
not-
Like,
It wasn't because of your heights. It's because of the type of people you're playing.
Yes.
Not like the race of people, the personality of people.
Are you saying that I'm playing someone annoying?
To Einhar,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
100%.
And
To
to Brozak.
me, yes, 100%.
Well, but
Well,
the
then I'm
bigger
playing-
thing for
you're
Brozak
playing well.
is one of his aspects specifically said
scared
that
of that.
heroes don't
Never
save
die.
the Alliance, soldiers do. And so he hated people that treated like being heroes bigger than doing
Like,
what's
yeah,
best for the
yeah.
Alliance. Einar was the one that was most like clearly thinking.
100%.
of
No, I know,
what's
I
best
know,
for the
I know.
Alliance, not the
Sacrificed himself
heroes.
100%.
I was just going
Yeah.
on a tangent because it's
Okay.
fun.
No, you're good. Well, the fact should at least be established on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So,
new video format.
but anyway, Lemmy would then be confronting. It sounds like Lemmy would be confronting
Yeah,
Tori
it-
about like is.
If you're just saying like a lot of people hated him, she'll probably believe you on that.
Yeah.
But if you're saying if you're
Okay.
like implying that you did it,
no,
then she might actually turn on you. I would think.
I mean she can.
I don't know. I don't know what she would
did
do.
pull here, come
She
here
is,
because
she is
of
also a
him.
warlock,
Yeah,
and she might use it to gain future power.
Yeah, I think
Use that knowledge.
honestly, I think it would be most likely she would keep quiet on it now and keep it as and do some more research and keep it as potential blackmail if she ever needed to.
Yeah, I would think it'd be for her benefit. She would use that knowledge for her own benefit.
Yeah.
Because she's a warlock, so they deal with packs with demons. Like,
Exactly.
It's not like,
Yeah.
you know.
She ain't no narc.
Yeah. necessarily. But, do you like that?
That's fine.
That she tries to blackmail you later on down the line?
That's fine.
Or your old character?
Black Iron Dwarf.
Dark Iron Dwarf.
Dark Iron Male, you.
Dark Male.
Dark.
So that is at least what's going on there. They meet with the Badgers. You probably turn on the Allegor people.
Yeah. I'm 100% in favor of that the Badgers join versus like when they say
So-
when they put this ultimatum.
Yeah, as I was saying, we should explain the ultimatum.
Yeah.
The bad guys put forth an ultimatum that the Alliance could not ally with the Allegors
Right.
and ally with the bad guys.
Yeah. And
That's the only race they wouldn't let them. They
Yeah.
they were like, oh, if you're allied with them, you can't ally with us. And
There are no
last
politics.
session,
We're fine if you get those dirty necromantic gorillas in here, but
Maybe. Depends.
I was actually planning on the girls themselves being necromancers, just that the Lich happened to resurrect Nick gorillas.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I would push for their agenda.
Okay.
Get to
Otto
do the
goes
lead.
probably with that being thrust in
Otto
this
would
new-
probably try to take a measure of their character, but if
Makes
she
sense.
had interacted with the Allegors and know that they were slavers and might make
You
right
probably
type
would've
of
been
people,
filled.
I'd 100% side with the bad guys over
If you weren't filled in by other people, you were probably definitely filled in biased opinions from.
Yeah.
You probably can determine that's biased though, 'cause you're
Yeah.
The
That's my
other
whole
girls,
thing
they're
with
not
Scott.
great people. No, they're not great. Like they're not even people. They're animals. They're just slightly above them.
So, there was an outpost being built in the Allegor town with some farmers there and some soldiers to protect said farmers, but really the Alliance was putting a military outpost there so they
What was
could...
it? Fake farmers then? Was it soldiers dressed in farm clothes? And
I
they,
assume it's probably...
They didn't have that many soldiers, I would imagine. Like, well, they were getting
In the
more,
game,
though.
they could just do man-at-arms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just call all your villagers home and then they turn into little weak soldiers.
Yeah, so they probably actually focused on taking farmers they thought could defend themselves if they
Yeah.
needed to.
Yeah.
is his family there?
No,
Probably not.
No,
She's a
I
single
think
mom
he
with, like,
said
4
that
kids.
he wanted to try and bring her back to the homeland. I thought you said that.
Well, I wasn't leaving home initially. I was planning on staying, but I will bring
Oh,
it
gotcha.
back.
Yeah, I mean you mentioned
What
that
if
as
they
a
wanna stay?
possibility.
Yeah, but from here, Kristoff was staying from this version of events here.
Yeah.
Would you have but would you try and bring that family back to the
Yeah.
homeland, or would you leave them?
I would tell them to come with me.
Would you?
Dangerous.
What is your relation with this woman?
You don't need to know that.
I
Ooh,
thought
he's a visitor
Chris.
now.
That's
I-
actually what I was gonna say, because I think it'd be really interesting if, when he comes back, he has some young recruits that's like her oldest children.
Oh,
Like, you know, like 15-year-old.
Yeah.
people
You're
that
fucking
are-
radicalizing children.
Yeah.
It's ISIS.
Okay. So
It's not safe. I can't protect you. Please come back.
the I assume then the Horde probably. Well, I guess we should switch over to the Horde. I think the Horde
Yeah.
notifies the Allegor people
Mm-hmm.
of what's going on there, but
So the sonar worked kind of, but they didn't bomb it.
yeah, I don't think they'd bomb it because they were like, why are we being brought? We have a signal telling
They
us to come
probably
here.
sent
Why are
these
we?
two out to investigate why the hell there was a sonar there.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I actually figured it'd be Kira, but
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah,
was the
that could be
flyer.
too.
She was the bat. Yeah, the bat rider. But we'll jump back then to my last session. Last session, Torrent just killed the drug dealer with Markov. You guys collectively as a group went to go investigate a dragon
Mm-hmm.
kobold cult
Yeah.
thing going on in a mountain. Actually, no, it wasn't there. You guys were there to get a seal.
Yeah.
But you also found out that there was dragon kobold stuff.
That was a very successful mission. We
That's
killed
also
the
where we
dragon
found
and we
Kevin
did the seal.
Yes.
Low dragon, but successful in, like, yes, you guys succeeded.
Yeah.
Failure in that, I definitely could have given you guys a lot more throughout that. But, taking that knowledge going forward. You guys get back to town. Moktan has a duel.
Yeah. And it kind of, it's like the Apollo Rocky duel. It's never really
we decided it
yeah.
evenly. Sincomas had the
How much you want to kill him there?
seed for the giant tree.
Did he choose where it's going to go, or does he still have it?
I don't think
Okay.
he has yet.
I was
he's
making
still
sure.
holding on
I
to
wasn't
it.
sure.
I know what's gonna happen.
Markov.
Gotta find a good home for this Lorax.
You know Valyrian is out there. The assistant to Mike, the person that
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about her.
Um,
She can come at me. She can come at me.
what have you? Do you know? I know. Are you? Oh, I'm sorry. You actually were about to leave to go make contact with Kristoff.
Because they
And-
scried Otta, actually.
Yes, Otto.
And they saw...
Yes, and
Yeah.
then that led to them seeing all the people.
But then Sakoma told me I would be okay to not leave.
Yeah, you were encouraged to stay, so you stayed.
Oh yeah.
What is Zurzo doing?
Zurzo probably surprised by the appearance of dragons here, especially at the age. He's probably gonna start doing research, see if he can track and see, because the green dragons, and surprisingly, they're in dreams and all omnipresent.
There's
Yes.
a lot of dragon presence.
Yeah, there's a lot of dragon presence on Silent, so he's probably gonna start doing research, maybe even doing some exploring through libraries to uncover tomes that would let him know more about the dragons here. So I figured right now he might not be doing as much.
Does he probably needs some kind of supplies?
Yeah.
Or something for it. Probably goes to Torrid, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And wanting his okay. Well, actually, if you go to him telling him what you think should be done, he'll probably ask you, "What do you need?"
Gotcha.
He won't ask you when
Yeah.
should this start. What do you need?
And then he'd probably do research trying to find out what he can look into to find any histories on, maybe if he can find any histories on the island, because there's clearly culture's been here and stuff like that, and see if he has to travel through dungeons in other places to find that stuff and bring
Does
that knowledge back here
anything
later.
happen between Zurzo and Kira before you leave? Your nemesis.
A whole lot of fucking.
No, what I could actually see happening is that she catches wind that he's leaving, and then she confronts him on "You're giving up, huh?" type thing. But he's probably just takes the high road and is
I have better
No.
things to do than
Yeah.
look at your stupid face.
You couldn't understand. But I don't think an actual fight breaks out. But
Okay.
That could happen.
I was gonna say she's very aggressive, but
Yeah.
okay, we'll hold off on it.
Well, or even if you
Well,
wanted to-
she has an assistant,
Mm.
Gumble.
That's right.
Yeah, and I was gonna actually use him to kind of be like, "Oh, you're antagonistic. Here's someone you can take out while still leaving the
Gotcha.
leader in charge. Do you want me to leave Gumble around? Because I don't think there's as much between Gumble and Ada.
No, there's only been Gumball and Otto, especially.
So did they get in a fight?
Yeah, that would work.
Because that's, I mean...
And that fits with Zerzo's personal history, too.
Sure. So then Kira probably says something, like, condescending, like,
Yeah.
you're not, worth my time. She sends her lieutenant and she's, like, storms off.
Yeah.
She says that she has to go meet with somebody.
The top
Yeah.
brass.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she's probably notifying Torrid about this sonar.
Yeah.
But I assume they're the ones who found it.
Yeah.
Our
So
bats are
do
going
you
crazy.
Probably. I mean, you've been charging these huge
Yeah.
blasts and just blowing people up.
Yeah,
But
I imagine so.
sorry, one of my friends is watching.
Oh, cool.
Hi, friend.
I imagine Zerzo, because his approach to combat was to just build up some aspects and then blow someone to smithereens. So I figure his approach to the duel would be similar. His opinion's probably much more of, if someone wants to live, they should concede before he lets the fire blast go.
Gotcha.
The pyroblast.
I'll give you to the count of 3.
Does
Yeah.
he,
It's like a 10-second cast.
I don't remember enough about him, honestly.
Give it a count of 10.
Is there
One,
anything...
10.
What?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I want you to wait in the shadows and then
Fuck
shoot him
you.
in the back,
Fuck you,
just like
buddy.
John Wayne would do. Is there anything that Gumball does? Does he hurt the dragon? Does he hurt Belkir? Does he...
I could see him singeing Belkir.
Okay.
Did you... It seemed like you liked Belkir enough, though.
I'm
I
gonna
figured
keep
Belkir
Belkir in the
okay,
game.
so, yeah.
He's gonna stick around.
But he could be wounded. That makes
Okay,
sense.
His brother,
sure.
Ryan.
Is he really wounded, though?
I think
Gobble,
he's
gobble,
like
beach
slightly burnt,
justice.
but is super playing it up because
Yeah,
that's
okay.
totally Belkir's personality.
Yeah.
Is like, I deserve free drinks for the survivor and champion of the city type of thing.
Here.
I took the burn so your homes didn't have to.
Yeah.
Alright. So then... She notifies Torrid. Torrid gets...
Visibly upset.
Probably... No, he wouldn't get visibly upset.
Visibly
He's like,
upset.
like,
How dare you
wants
tell
to
me
figure
about
out what's going on here.
something?
I assume he calls his council because he always brings everyone in to discuss these things.
I'm
Zerzo,
egalitarian.
you all get called in. Probably go through the typical meeting stuff. The Badgers get let in. They very meekly sit in the corner, not really talking.
Yeah.
Zerzo doesn't show up, and Torrid starts. But he does. He probably would start with notifying you.
Yeah.
Zerzo has been sent to. Actually, he'd probably say requested.
Yeah.
He'd probably say requested. He's upfront about everything. Zerzo requested go investigate the dragon situation, and he is pursuing information on that.
In the library.
Yes.
It would be well.
Probably-
My notion was that like if you had to go to like go through some dungeon,
Probably
or
Sands of
something,
Time.
But yeah.
There's a lot of dragons there. A lot
Sure.
of time dragons.
Yeah.
So maybe finding out what's been going on in the past.
That
Have
makes
you
Maybe
sense.
long ago in the past.
Have you left yet?
Yeah.
Island's life not forever.
What's that?
I was just gonna.
You might have actually seen the duel.
Oh. Well, but I didn't like if he didn't say anything about.
He would have said something to you guys. That actually.
I
makes sense.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have told you guys he was
Then he wouldn't
taking
even
off
tell us
running for
that.
it. What's that?
They wouldn't even tell us you left.
Yeah.
Well,
I had an idea for Mockton, but I think now it's too similar to his. I thought, like...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to steal your
Damn
idea.
no.
Steal your thunder. I'm sorry, I asked him first.
Syncoma would let you know because Syncoma made the check to know that they were cursed by the dragon or marked by
Yeah.
the dragon that they killed for other dragons to find.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you were talking about researching dragons, you'd be like, hey,
Yo, bro.
be careful.
Go imagine
Like-
dragons.
This
Shut up, you.
All right.
So my initial
You know what
idea...
you are? Toxic.
radioactive.
No. Toxic.
I'm addicted to you. You know?
So what were you thinking then?
Okay, so Mockton, I think that... what was the name of the other Blade Master?
Dude.
Samuro.
Yeah.
Deuterino.
What is Mocktan's will?
My will
To live.
is 2.
Mocktan's will states that all of
It's
his
not the
belongings
worst.
shall be
What's that
complete.
listed as on the sheet? 2. What's a 2? Is that good? Is that
It's a fair.
fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
And balanced.
Well, fair's what's a 1?
Average.
Average.
So fair is a
okay, so
bit
fair
better.
is, and this is fair is better than okay.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I asked is I was going to suggest that maybe Mocktan gets picked up by the dragons and tortured and turned.
Dang.
I was thinking something similar
But
to that,
I
but
wasn't sure what your will was.
I do kind of like that idea, but at the same time, it's like the idea was that Mark that the Osamuro, he kind of points out, like, he does the research and he realizes that, okay, this sword, you know, you need to fucking dispel it. You need to, like, find a way to break that curse.
So you hand the
Otherwise,
sword off.
otherwise the dragons are gonna like, you know.
Or
Like,
this is
or
what
the
he
curse is gonna, or the curse
Okay.
is gonna take over. So he fucking like, knowing that if he stays, he might bring all the dragons towards. So he kind of lives and and so it's like adventure on his own, kind of like.
He's got a waterfall montage where he just goes up to a waterfall and
Yeah.
it's like pouring over him. He just stays there.
Right.
Just
So
meditating.
he kind of like goes like deep into Blade Master training again, like but like living on his own type thing. But he could be picked up by dragons there.
Okay.
So that it could all kind of work together. So he leaves in the middle of the night and doesn't tell anybody to.
I didn't tell anyone. Just
No.
disappears.
Yeah, just disappears. In the
Irish
middle of
goodbye.
the night.
Shut up, you.
I'd love to, but I've got this on.
I'm going out to get a pack of cigarettes.
Don't be waiting up. What's? Okay, so he leaves to go do this training.
Yeah,
Probably reforge some ties with
Right.
old people.
Maybe reforge some new swords.
kind
I
of.
assume. Did you bring the sword
Yes.
with you? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
One does not simply.
Abandon the store. You kind of look like Fireman over there.
yeah.
Boromir, okay.
Boromir, yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say which one, Sean Bean or
Yeah,
or is it
Boromir.
Sean Bon or Scene Bean? No,
See me?
Scene Bean. No, I'm trying to think of the. I'll just leave it ambiguous,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll
Yeah,
fill you
and
in
then-
on how
yeah.
it happens later,
Yeah, that makes
since
sense.
it's my character now.
Bam.
So Sinkoma
Through the art of GMing.
says his goodbye to Surzo.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what Markov did. I think he's gone right now.
Well, I mean,
Doesn't matter.
yeah, Zerza didn't actually. I think Zerza probably would have respected Senkoma quite a bit more than Markov, so, like, I could have seen more bonding here and a bigger goodbye here. Where Markov, it's like, later. Let me light that for you. All right.
So back drugs.
Do you like a
So
light for your
then-
crack pipe?
Terrible. So I think Alex wanted to make sure they weren't saying anything specific to like volume. Sometimes my friend Thanatos tells me like, "Oh, hey, your volume's like really bad," or
Yeah,
something's off.
that's
Yeah.
useful.
It is. It actually really is.
No,
but
I agree
I only
with
find
it.
it out
I'm not-
much later.
Yeah.
So Torrid calls in everyone into the council like he normally does to tell you all about this sonar pinging in this Algor town, which you guys are now allied with. He is waiting. He lets everyone know Zerzo's gone. He's left to go research at his own behest. But he's waiting for Mocktan to show up. And he doesn't. And he sends guards to go look after him, to go find him. Lil Mori goes to look for him.
Aww.
No one can find him.
That's what breaks my heart.
You didn't tell Lil Mori either.
Yeah. Why did you tell little Maury?
Because if I told Lil Mori, he would have done some Jewish thing or something.
Some Jewish.
What?
Cut the feed!
Fuck does that even mean?
It's Lil
I'm
Mori. It's the joke. It's a bad joke. All right, never mind. All right, so
You're now fired
I
from
would-
all the movies you direct.
oh man, I can't be famous now because this will be in perpetuity.
Oh, you could be famous.
Your James Gunn went off too quickly.
Anyways,
Shut up.
I wouldn't tell Lil Mori because he would want to follow or do something dumb. And
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Lil Mori might have gone with you. You're
Yeah.
very torn.
He's a little lost puppy. Like
He's Harry. Out of Harry and then just...
Okay, so
you're not gonna be his christening though.
Yeah.
Apparently,
It's apparently a bris.
I assume.
No, this is taking a while. It's
I
not
don't think
Chris.
Samuro shows up to the council meetings.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't think he's like regularly invited to those.
Right. Maybe
but then
they
I
invite
think
him now.
when people are looking for Moktan, the information comes to light because you talked to Sumero before.
Right. Yeah.
So then they probably have a discussion about that. Lomori asks, "What should we do about this? Do we need to send someone to go find him to help protect him?" Or, and Tord would probably say it's his decision. You know,
Probably just staring at the sword. He'll be back in a little bit.
yeah, it's his call to come
Warriors
out
do
here.
that. They're weird.
Weird sword fetishes.
Markov's like, yeah, I stare at my sword all the time.
It's all flaky and scaly.
Yeah, it's like
I would if I had any.
I'd be mad at him, but I was doing it this morning.
If I dug it too hard, it might break.
So then we notify the two people who are here, the two players that are still remaining, that there's a sonar beacon in this Allegor village. It could be a trap. We don't know quite why they're trying to go there. We know the Alliance knows we're here now, so we think they're trying to take preemptive measures to lure us in.
Lamore would probably be able to identify, based on where the tribe's
I
at,
figured, yeah.
that they were that their tribe called the Forgotten One because they were kind of isolated from the rest of the Allegor tribes because they maintained cannibalism way longer than the rest of them did as a culture.
I can see why you isolate yourself.
So they
I
ate.
can see why they were.
They ate.
But they are
each
much
other.
stronger and ravenous.
Yeah, I bet.
They-
I bet.
So what was their position about the red ones? Did they? Because I thought that they were mentioned.
They
once.
probably didn't
No,
even know
Forgotten
there
Ones
were.
had never interacted.
Because they don't have contact with any of the outsiders.
But they would probably be very willing.
I think with the sonar beacon, they send scouts, Kira, and she sees that there's Allegors there with the Alliance, brings that information back, questions Lomori about it in front of this session, and then Lomori says, all the tribes we are a part of are all accounted for, but there's one tribe that they probably assume based on that. What would Sinkoma and Markov want to do? Torrid doesn't want to take any hasty action against it, but he does know. You guys do know there's an Alliance outpost there. Lomori wants to send some representatives to try and bring them back to the new Allegor ways and Horde.
I mean, good luck convincing those Amish folks. Like,
Put me enough makeup, I can look like a human.
What are you suggesting?
I can see what the fuck's going on with the sonar thing's about. I gotta ask around.
Okay.
There's a sonar thing going on. What's going on?
All right, what's his stealth?
3.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah.
What's that listed as good?
Yeah.
3 is
can
good.
I shapeshift into an Allegor?
Yes, but this is all like narrative, so I'm not going to make you.
Okay.
Roll.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is all narrative because we're setting the precedent of what the game is going forward. So
Can they shapeshift into sentient people instead of just animals?
dragons can, but I would say no.
Just say, I don't like.
I-
that's
I-
why I asked because it says creature form, which I would assume would not be them.
Do
But
they have, like,
they're
a
also
piece of-
sort of bestial.
Did they carry like ox or something like that? They just like a pet ox or something. You just go
They
in there
turn
and
into a horse.
You just be some kind of fucking animal that they.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be the fallback, but
But yeah, I mean, you could definitely turn into an animal and be there. I don't know if you could turn into a human or an Allegor,
that's fine.
but
It'd be good to have someone there.
You could
Make
turn
sure
into
that
a
would
tree
work.
and just stay
Yeah.
in the middle.
It's true. I think that tree's looking at me. Why? Well, it's got eyeballs.
Lamor's the one who wants to talk to the other Allegor.
yeah. So you would want to bring him with you because you're talking about going in undercover.
Yeah,
that's
basically that would be a
different
giant distraction. He would be the distraction for me to slip in because I'm not a person they've seen before.
Gotcha. To just gather information. All right. I'm fine with it playing out that way. Lomor goes there to talk with them to find out what's going on. It was your tribe. Do they? How do they feel about
Do they pass?
the other Allegors?
They felt like they were spurned by other Allegors unjustly, but it's kind of one of those things too where they had the only interaction with other races or other peoples at all until the Alliance came along. They really had was with the Murlocs. Like they had always been combative towards everyone else. They hadn't done anything diplomatic towards anyone until the Alliance came along. And was like, hey, diplomacy, let's do that. So they're probably more willing to do diplomacy than their past would be, but they're still going to be like hesitant. Like
Gotcha.
if Lomor
so
comes
they're
in,
willing
it's
to
like you
meet-
guys are the low tribe of the totem pole. They'll
They're
be
willing
like,
to meet.
fuck your totem pole then.
What do they do when Lomori tells them? Because Lomori would probably tell them. It's the Allegor way. They're up front.
Yeah.
There's some device in your town that is signaling your position to my new friends, my new.
They'd probably then immediately bring that up to the Alliance. And like, hey, is this happening?
Yeah, why is
So you're probably in there.
Yeah, it's just some dude there.
Yeah, you're able to slip in undercover. Some people note the smell. What are you trying to find? Like, how do you think that story should play out?
No one knows what the fuck's going on. Like, and so I can report back to the Alliance that no Alliance key officer has planted this. This is some kind of outside agency doing this. Because he did it secretly.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you're saying when they question the Outlive people there,
They find the device, but they don't know.
They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no one
with
knows who planted it there.
Okay.
And it gets brought up that it's planted.
Yeah.
The only two people that know this are Turin and me.
Yeah.
I was just going to point out there, and this is really more towards Markov's personal story rather than anything else. You would also notice that the witch doctor or shaman or whatever of the Algor village definitely has clear undead interests.
He's got the smell.
Yeah. Not him personally, but his tent certainly does.
So this is how I thought it would play out eventually. I don't fully know if it works under that one. I wanted the Allegors to get mad, and I guess he could still report that to Torin, but I wanted the Allegors to get mad at them for this device being here and attack them.
The Alliance?
The Alliance people.
If the Alliance didn't have an answer, Barnabas might lose his temper.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Markov
Yeah, I'm
flips out, of course.
yeah, I was like, ooh!
So does Syncoma.
It's getting real. I can't be around when it's real.
Better take some drugs in the forest really quick.
So,
it's all too heavy, man.
so they probably send the Alliance a message by, some barbaric, probably a half-eaten, maybe.
Yeah.
Because they're cannibals.
Yeah.
They eat anything that... they eat sentient things. They don't have a problem with that. They send some half-eaten bodies back to the Alliance, probably, with the device, I would guess.
Yeah.
I then think Brozeg, being military leader, sends forces to attack.
Cool.
Because
Before-
I would think a couple of scouts would get out.
I can
The
see
whole,
while he's marshaling forces.
Huns from Mulan. How many
Because
people
I
do you need to
assume
send a
that
message?
when the Allegors attack is the same time the Murlocs choose to escape. Because, as a reminder, the whole purpose for this plan is because Timothy wanted to help the Murlocs escape by bombing their village. So that, where they were slaves. So that they could try and get out.
So he
and
told these
then come to the
Murlocs
Alliance
to
town.
just run right at it.
The Alliance gates.
not run, come, but...
Come to the Alliance gates, but they were running
They're not
because
gonna-
they're
not gonna walk.
The way we talked about it was because it was in the middle of the they realized their moment to go would be when the Allegors were attacking.
Yeah.
So therefore, the Allegors also caught some of them, and
Yeah.
maybe half of them or so, maybe less than that, but
Yeah.
died just getting out of the Allegor city. And then they run towards Alliance walls.
And they were met with rifle fire and cannons.
Because Alliance soldiers kill Murlocs that charge their walls.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the remainders...
Promotions are handed out.
Yeah. Yes. The remainders flee back into the woods and then go somewhere else, separated from both Allegor,
And
Alliance, and probably
Horde.
all other sentient creep people.
For now,
it might
yeah.
come up later
I
some
might
sort
do
of
something with them. I might not.
enemies. Who
We'll find
knows?
out.
We'll see.
We'll find out.
Sean doesn't like Murlocs, so probably not, but we'll see.
Murloc
He
word
might
for-
be Murlocked into using this plot point.
Oh no!
I'm gonna spend a
your
fate
face.
chip later.
I'm gonna-
Be like,
I'm gonna hurt you so
Are
hard.
there
Add the
Murlocs
Aztec
there?
Murlocked.
So Brozig assembles a force, attacks the town, where
Yeah.
human people were attacked.
Is it as the Horde show up to defend it, or?
That's how it plays out in my mind. That the Horde has now moved there to defend it. What information do you guys bring back to Torin? The Alliance didn't know anything about what was going on here with this. So I tell them the Alliance people were massacred there.
Well, it turned nothing.
But I also think, do you think they would join the Horde? He probably says, bring
At that point,
he
he'd
probably
be
says
like,
bring
I
your
don't
people
trust
here to,
people.
Well, he probably says bring your people here to talk.
Yeah.
Because they're friends with the Allegors, at least. He knows that they
That's true.
already have friends. So then I think Torrid brings a force that way
Yeah.
to talk, and then they meet and fight. Some forces lost on each side. I talked about a world event, which I wanted to happen to bring the two groups together. Would the players prefer the demons that I've hinted at, or the dragons? Or an earthquake because of the seals that you guys have been breaking and the destruction it's causing to the island?
All three.
It can be all three, but
I personally, I think I like the
This-
earthquake thing more.
the seals make sense because both sides have been dealing with that.
Yeah, it's an issue that's been present on both sides.
Yeah, and previously what I had mentioned is that the previous suggested thing going into this was that the Pandarians,
Yeah, run in,
stop
stop the fighting.
and they stopped the fighting
Bunch of bitches.
by calling out what's happening here.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good story, though?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I guess.
Well, like it's
What
neat.
you'd be playing from it. Yeah.
Well, Markov said if there was an earthquake, Markov could ease peace talks very quickly because he's a person that can get a lot of food quickly for.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, like, I imagine the earthquake would happen when the battle's going on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this all happens when it's
So
going on.
the earthquake happens
and
when
it
the battle's
erupts.
going on. What I could see making sense is maybe like where people happen to seek cover is one of us at the same room as one of them, and then the other one with the other one of them. When that happens, so there's already some like group connection there. But I don't know. That's something we want to like. That might be too much forced.
I'm going to take the
interaction.
earthquake.
Okay.
I'm going to change it a little bit. Volcano eruption. Because then there's actually a reason for people to want to get to cover. Because if it's an
Yeah.
earthquake, it doesn't matter where you're at.
I
But
thought you still want to be like away from windows.
Windows.
I don't know. We live in Kansas. We don't deal with that shit.
You
we
could
will
have.
soon.
Although we also don't deal with volcanoes much yet.
But we will be dealing with
Yeah.
earthquakes soon.
What?
Just because of all the
Oh.
Fracking.
fracking. The fracking. Freaking damn you,
Freaking
Oklahoma.
fracking.
You freaking fracks.
Don't you know that your
You freaked it
fragging
up.
has consequences?
So,
I'm so bad.
there's a picture every
18
time.
years of
every-
consequences.
Every time there's a minor earthquake here, because of fracking in Oklahoma, every time there's a minor earthquake, I always see this picture go around like on the internet, like
Of the
of a
plastic
a
lawn
plastic
chair
lawn
tipped
chair tipped
over.
over,
Yeah.
and it's like, don't worry, we will rebuild. But
There is actually a fault line though, not far from us.
San Andreas.
Like no, not San Andreas, but it runs like through that,
that's not very close.
like the near corner of Missouri.
That's the only fault line that I know. And I don't even know if that's the actual name or is that the GTA name for it.
So the
GTA San Andreas fault lines.
no, you're thinking flat lines. So volcano goes off. People are kind of trying to regroup, and then the Pandarians come out and say, you know, we have to stop this fight, and we have to take care of this. This is a major issue. It's gonna kill all of us if we don't resolve what's going on with this. Pandarians, and I assume everyone talks some kind of common language, because even though typically in the game they didn't always speak the same language,
I can translate, right? If any-
you definitely could.
Well,
But then you start moving toward like Wrath of the Lich King and stuff, and then they put them in the same city, and more people are talking back and forth. So
We're all together.
I don't wanna
Speak
force it.
multiple languages.
yeah,
I think that
We're all bilingual here.
I think that common is both sides though. I think both sides speak common because
I don't.
most of the
Originally, Horde side spoke undercommon.
And there's also goblins here, but it doesn't really matter. I don't want a in-game reason for you guys not to be able to
best prices
speak
anywhere.
with, other
Because Undead would speak common.
NPCs.
Yeah, and then he probably knows it. The important people probably know common.
Yeah, I think everyone I think the majority of people would know common, especially like goblins.
Yeah,
Goblins
he
are
was a
probably
pretty good rapper.
Goblins are probably selling translating services.
Best prices anywhere.
Yeah, I think that's 100% accurate. They've set up
Yeah.
some booths and
Yeah.
Translator
Belkird,
booth.
Belkird, who is bedridden from all these things that have happened, has set up a translation business at the
From his bedside.
at the library that he runs. So I think that's about basically where the session would begin. Then I think.
Again, God damn it, it's 9:30.
Well, I don't necessarily mean begin, but you know what I mean. I think that's where the game picks up from. I think both sides agree that this is a prevalent issue and that they will put aside their differences, but I don't think that we need
Fight a
to have
volcano.
specific
Fuck that volcano up.
a scene. I don't think we need a specific scene.
Ooh,
We could have a scene where we're all hiding from a volcano. And like,
Sure.
we're all playing fucking cards.
Sure.
For the ash to die down.
I think another cool plot device would be that both the Horde and the Alliance go back to their own cities, but because we've all survived this volcano scene,
Can you move the mouse?
because we've all survived this volcano scene, they kind of like both sides are like, okay, you can take these people, and we set up a special unit to just investigate this, and that way, like.
Previously, what I was suggested is that it's all run through the Allegor city, but I guess that would give the Horde an advantage since
The other Agors are evil.
Yeah, but I think both sides probably set up their own new town.
Yeah.
The way Gabe had suggested it. Yeah, the way Gabe had suggested it though is that like the Alliance there only had, or was it the Horde you suggest? I don't know. One of them. They only have like tents there. Like they haven't built a foundation here. They're ready to pack up and pull out. At any
Did the
time.
other Allegor all get murdered? The cannibal Allegors?
Did you want them to be?
They could be pushed out, and like half of the Lemurs could stay on one side. The Galor could be kind of the breach between the two. The Horde and the Alliance, because they just move in. They move half their people into the Allegor city the Alliance is making.
You mean Lomor's people?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, the Forgotten Ones didn't really.
they didn't leave.
Well, they didn't trust the Alliance.
I know. I thought a lot of the Forgotten got murdered because they
easy.
attacked us.
If you want, I when they attacked them, I assumed the Alliance lost that fight, and only a few scouts got away to to notify. I mentioned the Hun thing from Mulan. Like, how many people does it take to send a message?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Does
okay
that-
with whatever. I'm just trying to find a common ground that a way they could talk to each other.
I think, like I said, the fight goes on. Volcano, everyone holds up. I like that because that's where the game session will just, will start from there.
Okay.
Everyone hold up there with the negotiations and then deciding how they set things up. The role play. Cool. Now that we're an hour and a half in, basically.
Yeah.
About 15, but late start. I'm so sorry.
There were technical things. I definitely think the setup is an improvement, though. So
I think so too.
It was worth all the time.
Yeah.
Worth.
It definitely is better, and I think
Burger?
Burger.
I'm torn between pulling out the audio interface next week because although the audio interface is nice, the microphones in your face can kind of be a little like they're just
Intrusive?
no.
In your face?
No.
Interface, interface.
No. Thank you, Bender.
All the slave now.
No, they just they get in the way because they're table mounted. They're not,
Yeah.
If they were like held by some bar in the air, working towards that. But okay, so you guys, you four, is anyone else in the room hold up with you?
I think
You four run into a building. Which building? Is it a barracks or is it just a hut?
I think it's like a cave.
Probably,
Sure.
yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I could actually see it being maybe, assuming no one else has a flying ride, I could have picked the three people that were closest to me up when the volcano erupted to go to a cave, which is Tim and then these two. And I was like, hey, we need, like, just when the volcano erupted, we need to get out of here. Jump on it, I'll help you, type of thing.
I'm not one to turn down someone helping me. I tell the comments, don't worry, I got your back if anything happens.
I would probably ask you, like, as they're saying, like, just kind of really quickly turn to you and be like, fly by my side. If they start to attack me, avenge me.
Avenge me!
What was I gonna say? I think Zincoma could turn into a bird.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's
I have
true.
wild
Yeah.
shape,
Yeah.
So Markov's really the only one I would need to transport, and that works out just fine.
Well, and even you could probably still transport him. I don't know if you guys are looking for. I guess
I
you're
like
trying
a
to-
reason for an alliance to have to work with a horde.
We
to
all
get
just
to
land on the
shelter in
same
addition
cave.
to it.
I think we both could arrive at the shelter, look at each other, and then look at the volcano erupting.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
kind of just
And
the
we're
silence of,
locked in.
we're just going to watch
Yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah.
how I see it.
Yeah.
You guys are both
Cool.
reluctantly
That works.
like,
Both
stuck
show
in
up at the
this-
cave and we're like,
And there's a cave in for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We look at the ash that's falling, we're like, yeah, let's go to the cave.
Yeah.
That's not worth the fight here. And then,
Are any NPCs there?
I will stick with us.
no.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
And then,
We've
Lay
talked
it out.
enough.
do you have a deck of cards?
I can get one.
Yeah, give one for me.
We got dice.
Oh.
Just play liar's dice.
We can't play liar's dice with these.
Yeah.
Why do you
How
need-
many pluses, how many minuses?
I've never played liar's dice.
Oh,
Do we
no,
need
just let me get a
props?
deck of cards. It's fine. I know exactly where a deck of cards is.
So
As he looks around aimlessly.
Yeah, I was like,
I just moved it earlier today.
Tim is Jesus Christ, I can't talk today.
That's okay.
It's
wouldn't
all
shut the
fun.
fuck up.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. You probably don't have to.
Muttering.
We're not about to start role playing. Oh wait, it's roleplay time.
It's when you speak under your breath, is it your
Muttering.
Mumbling,
muttering?
muttering.
Yeah, muttering under his breath. It's like, oh no, what have we done? What's this? The calculations, they were all wrong. This
Is this because of something you've done with the volcano?
I don't know. I need to. I need to write. Gets like a pen out and starts writing on the rock, and there's just the algorithms.
As you start writing on the rock, I'll sigh and like go over to we go to the Griffin, go to the saddlebags, pull out a notebook, and hand him one, so we can write on that instead.
I gotta let ease this situation's a lot.
So,
And then I'll pull out a deck of cards. Like, we're gonna be here a while, and then I'll point to the ash in the background. I've been through one of these before.
you've been through a volcano before?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Where was that at?
Scriptlands, they have kind of stuff that's proud to
Are you still in disguise or
No,
are you
no,
clearing
I
it?
won't
Clearing
have
it
that.
then already.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be here for a while, and
You sure Belkirt's not here? No, just kidding.
that's all.
Would Belkir have been at the combat in the first place?
No, not really.
I was gonna say he's wounded.
That's true. He's played up his wound.
Oh, you walked away to.
Yeah.
Belkird will be setting up translator services from
Oh.
his bedridden status at the library
That sounds about right.
that they're selling.
I see how it is. No, just kidding.
So much information already out there.
Yeah.
And then we can just roleplay for a bit before we
Okay.
finish the rest. So yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. So let's make ourselves busy.
You need. And I
Do you put
keep
it
writing.
on the table.
Oh yeah. Well, does Horde Gold and Alliance Gold look the same?
It's all gold. It just has different insignia. on
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it's all worth the gold.
I will
Sean,
say,
I-
if you need help burning it off, I've had to convert old gold to Alliance gold before.
Okay.
I wanna. In order to ease Tim's mind, because he's freaking out right now, I want to roll something in order to see whether the beacon causes the volcano or not. Because he's already like tortured over
The
the
beacon?
slaughter. Yeah.
So you're assuming that the beacon is causing this?
Yeah, like it
He's
caused the
making
fight.
sure-
He's like everything kind of went wrong from his plans.
Are you trying to lure yourself?
Yeah,
out of, I
I'm-
didn't cause this.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just trying to.
Or do you want Will? Because Will could also be it.
So in the
He's trying to
reason-
do the calculation to make sure he's not the reason that this happened.
Yes, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it'll be low.
Okay, but do you want me to do craft, lore, Will? What do you want?
Lore would make the most sense.
Lore would make the most sense based on knowledge.
Mhm.
You have knowledge of.
Awesome.
I would set it low at like a 2.
Okay, so I got a 2. So
Cool.
Okay.
I'm reasonably confident it
Yeah.
wasn't me.
Well, but it's like the calculations over the atomic bomb to make sure the atmosphere would ignite. You know,
Yeah.
right.
if you do those calculations need to be done, but you didn't do them because you didn't have time, and then
Right.
the atmosphere suddenly ignites, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see then if I was the cause of that.
I would like stop at some point. I would write mid paper, mid draw.
Now we could do gold, or we could just do facts, because I don't know anything about anybody in here.
That's fair.
It's a good thing to know people
Yeah.
you're in a room with. Alliance.
I agree.
Horde.
I'll just ante up my name. I'm Odd Hub.
Cat.
Markov.
Cat.
Call Markov.
Cat.
Good cat.
Are you calling or seeing?
Like, well, I guess he's big blind. Or no, I'm probably you're big blind, I'm little blind. So
Yeah.
I match. Markov. They got a call. Oh shit! I don't want to give too much away, but I think he knows how to gamble.
Yeah.
Huh?
Would
Syncoma?
Would
Like
Syncoma
a-
know how to gamble?
He doesn't have deceive, so probably not.
But you,
that wouldn't
but
be
you're a
wrong,
gladiator.
but yeah.
though.
That's actually,
Right.
I'd say more based
Or-
on your past or whatever. It's up to you.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Alright.
it is entirely up to you.
I do think the two people here are probably the best gamblers are these two.
Probably.
It also doesn't mean though, like you might know how to play.
Mhm.
You may not be good at it.
Yeah,
Because
you
were
don't
just
know
a
how to
warrior,
bluff,
sure,
but you understand the game.
It's all math anyway.
Syncoma.
I didn't cost this.
Yeah.
That's
So that's a raise.
is that his name?
No, his name is Timothy.
But
I'll
he's
go-
raising. But he's
through that
raising.
part
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Timothy-
raising to he didn't cause this.
I didn't cost this. How do you spell that last name? Cost this.
Yeah.
Didn't cause the volcano. Good to
Okay,
know.
yeah.
So now we have to see something else.
Okay. I'll go ahead and call that with
Seems like Deep Dark Secret.
deep dark. That's not that deep.
That's not. Yeah.
I'll go with a-
I didn't do a thing.
Yeah. I will go with a shallow light secret, which is that I attempted to parlay with one Kira Blazenerve not that long ago.
Kira is.
Kira is the fire
The
mage.
Fire
leader.
Mage, the Bat Rider.
Oh, I really know that lady. I have a friend. I'll get to it later. Well, I gotta call that with a deep light secret.
Shallow Light Secret.
Shallow light secret.
Medium light secret.
I don't want to raise just yet.
I want a medium rare one.
I'm actually from Shepherd's Glen, and I'll tell you the province that I'm from.
Oh.
Before.
Who was from Shepherd's Glen? Probably someone inconsequential.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Inconsequential town. Nothing fucking cheap.
I think I've heard that, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if it would matter, I would remember. I think.
Someone famous might have been there. I don't know.
Out of character, do we have a notion of what part of the world Shepherd's Glen was a part of?
Probably
Some
the-
place in
West
Yeah.
Wall.
Alliance human
Yeah.
territory.
some
Alliance human territory. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question is, would
Oh, the
you might have?
no.
I don't think I would actually know that area because I was more exploratory, trying to find like exciting places.
I don't mean that.
But you would know
You might
that
know Kristoff.
Kristoff was
That's
the
true.
hero of
But
Shepherd's
Kristoff
Glen.
never interact with Odd, to my knowledge.
Right, but he did public speaking.
Oh, okay.
I'm just. It's
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to you to decide.
So,
Did you
like,
just
it's
say
also-
Markov or did you say Van Holt?
I just said Markov.
Okay. I'll say. I think there was that one guy that gave a couple speeches.
You're talking about my friend. Yes, Christian.
Christoph.
Kristoff. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed like a decent fellow.
Van Houten, right? No.
Van Holt.
Yeah.
That's a race for later. Syncoma.
Shallow Light Secret.
Yeah.
I am not a bird. There's words into the
I'm
dark.
a man dressed as a bird.
I am not a fish.
I'm the dude.
I'm not a fish, I'm a man.
I'm the dude who split a dude, pretend to be another dude.
I'm a rooster illusion.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? That's my favorite line.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Lizards are my favorite animal form to take.
That's interesting. I think we're at this point. We're called up.
Yeah. 3
Lava lizards.
Cool.
Well, Mr. I didn't cause this volcano. Let's do something to regret.
Ooh. Interesting.
I don't know why I would tell tell you people that, but in
You
order
could always fold.
Oh,
Yeah, you can fold.
I wouldn't fold. I
mean, if you're weak, you fold. That's how the game goes.
No, this is a game about mathematics. It's simple equation. You count the cards in your hand.
You don't
have
look
the
like a
problem.
man who knows mathematics.
I regret.
What's you got a new trouble?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Science can't solve everything, but it should.
Okay, and that's the only thing that changed?
That was a slow head turn when you question that he doesn't look like someone who knows mathematics.
I got a good hand. I want to get him in.
You know, the great science. They say you can't crack an egg without breaking an omelet. Or something like that.
That's the same.
Yeah.
That is the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think I regret. Starting the talks with those Igors people.
The deaths of like 50 to 20 Murlocs.
Oh, you have a problem with Allegors?
They're bad people, man. They're slavers. You wouldn't even understand
These
them.
ones also kind of betrayed us. They attacked our alliance people out of nowhere.
Yours one
That's
just-
what started the attack here.
Yeah, completely out of nowhere. It's just they come up and they kill people.
So your Allegors were slavers and they betrayed you? We must have got the lucky badge.
Apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you mean the lucky badge? You allied with those things? Of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not
Our
slavers.
Allegors.
You guys would know that, though. You got the report. The report that came back.
We raising?
to Brozig.
No, we could let them know about our Allegors. Half of our
Our
Allegors.
Allegors used to be slaves, more or less.
Oh, and then they involved in some kind of demon stuff. Allegors are very kind of weird people. Half of them involve demons, not the ones we were associated with. Giant ordeal. But the ones we have right now are pretty solid. God, it's so interesting. That different sides of the island can do different things.
Yeah. My regret's kind of a simple one. I regret I signed up for the army originally. I didn't last long, but now I take contracts as a scout. But before that, I was just signed up. I regret ever having to go through that whole affair instead of just trying to see the world and realize it on my own.
Yep.
Well,
Try to cut people out from leaning into
my
it
regret.
and move myself over so I'm not leaning into other people's.
Ooh.
I should have left my town sooner. I'm only in the situation they were in right now because of bad luck. But
Oh, kind of bad luck.
Have you seen him? I would say being on the wrong side of death is not the greatest luck.
what are you talking about, my friend? This is the best thing.
Have you ever smelled yourself, sir?
Have you smelled yourself?
Yeah.
You
I don't-
smell like a
Are you in your
dead
suit? Are you in
dog.
your
Yeah,
suit?
everybody seems like metal.
I don't know.
You smell like a dead
I have
dog.
worked with a few Forsaken, and it hasn't always turned out sour. The orcs that I've met have usually just tried to kill me on sight for being a dwarf. So, I don't have a problem with the Forsaken as much.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, I don't know a lot about you, to be honest. I don't.
To be fair, it doesn't seem like you knew a lot about your former teammate, Christoph.
Oh, Christian Van Houten? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, minus I have a string of bad luck every once in a while. I probably could have fixed that, which is a small decision early in my life. Tacoma?
I regret the lives that I took in my past profession.
Like before being a druid?
I was a soldier.
You know, you two got
Sounds
something
like
in common.
military life didn't serve us very well. Oh, I
Traded an axe for
Oh,
a
it's the
stick.
people.
Suited me too well. That was the problem.
Oof.
All right, go and flip it out. You set the stakes for this one.
I should have been thinking about that ahead of time so I could come up with a cool idea. Alright. I'll go with something interesting learned about the island.
We just trading information. No, I don't understand this. I don't.
It's a way to waste time, man. We're gonna
Exactly.
be here for a bit.
You're gonna get information back.
We could sit there and stare at the wall. I've actually played with a desiccated cow head before. Not as fun. I prefer the company, and this is just a way to make
Is
conversation.
that before or after you died?
Before, or after. In the
You said
desert,
before.
I got bored.
So yeah, something learned about the island. We have found out that there are a bunch of people, including Badger people, that told us about a bunch of other races, and apparently the Allegor was the only of those. I think they don't like Murlocs either. The Allegor and the Murlocs were the only ones of them. Yeah, they didn't consider them. The Allegors were the only one of the races they didn't trust. What they told us about, and I'll go over Gorilla-ites, because I don't think the Horde side actually heard about the other races fully.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I'll just mention Gorilla-ites.
They saw the Kestrels.
Kestrels, yeah. Kestrels, Otteroos, etc. I think it's all.
What guess I call the Allegor that we dealt with some demons. I never dealt with demons before. Never coming to this fucking place.
Ooh, they're nasty business. I had to deal with some in the Outlands, but not since then.
Yeah, we just had the Allegor. We kind of dealt with the Allegor demon problem for them. It was a giant fucking mess. I'll tell you that. That's.
So are they no longer? I guess we got the nasty, betraying ones that kill us for being on their side, and they got the demon infested ones. Maybe that's what happened to ours. I don't know.
Hasn't been peachy for us. I'll just tell you that. So
How are they different?
What do you mean?
Well,
How could you tell they were demon infested?
Yeah,
They're fucking red.
we didn't get
no,
this.
ours weren't red skin. Okay, good to know.
Oh, yeah.
There are dragons here.
Ooh,
Really?
Shit. 2, right? We saw 2?
2 that we
Well,
know
I've
of.
seen 2.
We dreamt 1. Whatever
Oh.
that fucking means. And then we actually saw another.
Killed the other one.
Yeah.
colors?
The one we killed was black. The one we dreamed of was green.
Was it black or was it red?
It was
It was black. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was black.
It was
So-
small though.
Oh,
It wasn't a. It was a full.
it was a whelping. So.
Does you guys
Does
knew
the
that.
color matter?
Oh, well, ha! Yeah.
Very much.
It was just a little bit. I mean, it's.
What the?
I don't have I have a
What
I have a
future
lore
realm
of
is
0,
that
so it's
freaking
like
from?
Green tomato, red tomato. They're all the fucking same to me.
What future realm that's from? It was. Oh, it's Kip and Amy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Did we just make love? God, sorry.
Then
Um,
what about you?
you know, I don't.
If you want to share information, you can fold. You can be a coward. That is fine. That's allowed. You can be a quitter.
But the situation is that I don't want to quit, but I don't.
Don't know what. What are you worried about? Worried I'm gonna stab you in the back?
I mean,
As long as we keep eyes on him, that's not a problem.
He won't. He can't bend down that far. No offense.
blatant.
Except that little spot right there, point to a chink in your armor.
I cover it. It was right in the nipple or something.
Yeah, it's like. But hey, I wouldn't tell that to you if I was planning on using it right.
You know, it's unique mobility. It's design. It's not a chink. I don't design things with kinks. Sorry.
Something from the volcano.
Um,
Something from the volcano.
Okay, fine, whatever. Something I learned about this island. There are seals that need to be broken or something, or not broken, or something. I don't know. We killed elementals.
Yeah, we had a Pandarin that was
Yeah.
educating us on the issue. I guess. Yeah.
What kind of elementals?
Pandering.
I'd probably talk for some.
Pandarin.
Yeah.
So we knew about one.
Yeah. I've
Earth.
heard
Was
of.
ours another
There's
one?
some earth and some water.
Yeah.
Ours was
The
the.
life.
What? Life elemental.
Fucking hell. This fucking
I've
weird.
never heard of life
This weird
elementals.
pandering, talking about some kind of teacher. It's kind of funny. Like he had these books talking all about it, and then I looked into it a little bit. It seems like you just follow on whatever master is something about some kind of legend or something. But that's the only elemental we dealt with.
Yeah. We in the university we call those pseudo scientists. Like they think they're good because they just read a book. It's you need to actually go and build something.
As an out of character note, Timothy would probably recognize if you like said the name because you spent a lot of. Oh, never mind. That was Turin. Never mind. I was getting confused with which character spent a lot of time with the Mandarin.
Yep.
All right, looks like everybody's called. Sincoma, give me the next.
Yep. What are you on about here?
This is our last.
It is the last one. Then we'll reveal our Ansky one.
Cool. And then it sounds like it's time for Deep Dark Secrets.
All right. You want to wait till Kevin gets back to?
Yeah,
Tell your
I need to. Yeah.
Are you guys done?
Not quite. We're almost
No.
done.
Okay.
We're waiting for Kevin to
Waiting
return.
for Kevin. As per usual.
Good.
Got some poppycorn.
Yeah. I just want to keep
flavor is
watching
this?
this play out. Cheesy jalapeno. I just figured this was gonna go for another round.
It might. We could easily play another round of this. I like this.
Very easy GMing for me.
Yeah.
So. Oh, it's hot.
Welcome to our
Kevin,
combined.
can you grab me a paper towel?
Welcome to our
sorry.
combined gaming / eating
I was
stream.
also going then to ask for a handful.
Unfortunately,
Slash
I wanted to sit on
ASMR.
a paper towel instead of the table.
Unfortunately,
If
we
that's
don't
okay.
have
What would I
cute
give
Korean
you?
girls.
A
We
handful
have
of this.
Sean.
Sweet.
But he does
delicious,
ASMR though.
Buttery.
Is it sweet?
No.
Okay. Kettle corn. I love kettle corn.
There is kettle corn in there.
Okay.
That
But I
smells
just-
delicious. But it also smells like carbs.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna move it closer to you while I eat it then.
It's okay. I got like a lot of willpower, so don't
So
worry.
we're moving on to the Andy now is Deep
Do
Dark
it as an
Secrets.
ASMR. Do it right for the yeah.
Sorry.
You and your stupid keto diet.
Hey,
Yeah, I get it.
It's the
I get
keto
it.
success.
I get it. I get it. MMA people are doing it. I get it.
The
That was a lot that I accidentally just put on there.
the dragon that we killed put some sort of curse on us.
interesting. And I would like put my little glass on to look.
I've been
You know what
cursed.
type of curse?
I've been cursed by almost every species. Just have dragon on the list.
Can I do a craft check to detect like
Fair enough.
I'm not
curses?
worried.
All right.
You ever been cursed by a spider
Like through
person?
my like little
The
glass
Rubians?
things. It's just
Sure. Can't say that I have.
I haven't. Just another check.
It's gonna be tough though, because
okay.
that's kind of more magic, and although
Yeah.
you know magic is a thing,
Mhm.
it'll be 4.
All right.
Yeah. I've been cursed by Nerubians. I've been cursed
Nope.
by.
I got a 3. So
Yeah,
I've been cursed by night elves.
Something
Someone
in
real.
Ruby.
yeah, I'm gonna spend a chip
Bit
on
jealous,
that.
maybe.
What about you?
Always be tinkering. 'Cause
Dead rage. I mean, that's nice.
I would look at both of them.
you can see that they have been marked
Hmm.
with a seal resembling a black dragon on it.
Hmm.
You can tell that it's. What information are you trying to find out? About?
Just trying to see whether they're actually cursed and what cursed them, and what's like a way to
Just this and this and this and this.
like not necessarily break the curse, but just like to know as much information as
I think at
possible.
least knowing the consequences makes
Yeah.
sense. Knowing more than that can be
Yeah.
it.
Just
Like,
knowing
very-
what type of curse it is, and that. Yeah.
You can see. You can see. There. I mean, there are lots of dragons out there, you know, and they're a lot are related, but
Right.
I don't feel like all dragon families are necessarily related. Just because you're a black dragon doesn't mean you're
Right.
related to another black dragon. You can see that this is a very specific family seal,
Hmm.
and that other members of the family would use it to track down
Gotcha.
people who had offended that family. So maybe by making amends or by
Right.
dealing with them, it would be removed. But
Gotcha.
it's for the members of that family to.
Right. I would basically just jot down like the shape of the the symbol or whatever. I would just put it there.
Middleman, your call.
Deep Dark Secrets. I think I'll fold on this one.
That's fair.
That's no fun.
Everyone has their limits.
I have no secrets. I just don't have good cars.
I'm definitely gonna call. Actually, I think I would play.
It's a what?
Yeah, it's deciding what to
A
call.
deep dark secret.
Deep dark secret.
I was in love with a Worgen. No.
Yeah, actually, that's a great one to use here, though. We had a Worgen who was turned to a Death Knight at our camp. And the person who betrayed him and forced him to be turned, when the Death Knight found out about it and was recovered, and not being compulsed, he killed that man. The townsfolk wanted him lynched for it. I told them I was helping them catch him, and I helped him escape.
A loud what from Timothy.
Yeah.
Interesting. You should have told me.
The specimen's still out there?
You should have told me something so I would have given you a communication device. I liked Einhard.
It was kind of on the fly. Griffin.
I hate you so much.
Anyway.
My hand's garbage, but I'll give you a consolation. Ooh. I know that guy you were talking about.
Christian Van Houten.
Or the Worgen.
No.
Ah,
The one from Shepherds.
Oh. Interesting. Well,
What you got?
I have 2 pair.
Damn it, I have one pair. I was hoping the ace would be high enough.
So you win
Oh, the secret.
something.
A gold.
No, I could.
Oh yeah, you can ask a question. Everyone else, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever worked with the other side?
There was a few goblins at the university, but we used to kind of make fun of them. They like to make explosives more than everything, and then I think that explosions are a byproduct of the inventions and not the inventions itself. So we just call them like bomb heads. They didn't like that at all, but somehow they always managed to get a hand up. Yeah.
So you're specifically
I know what
talking
it's
about how I
about.
didn't. Yeah.
But either of you?
No, I didn't work with Alliance ever since my accident, but I'm not opposed to it. I grew up in Alliance territory. It doesn't scare me. I've been in that elf before.
Yeah, that's good.
No,
I didn't
not this
until
one.
I was.
Not,
Never been a dwarf. Well,
not till
now I'm a dwarf.
I didn't until I was grown and left home.
Only a few druids.
Yeah, I've heard that the druids are like weird, like they don't care. Like, if you're a druid and you're a druid, and it doesn't matter where you come from.
Nature is nature.
Still doing you cool with going another round, right?
yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. If you were
some
like,
aspects though,
what's that?
are you gonna learn some aspects?
I
on
could
it?
try and learn some aspects. That's a good call.
Could also
yeah.
use rolls to try and win at gambling.
I'm happy doing the way we're doing it. I actually like this a lot more.
Yeah,
I do want to try and learn an aspect, though. I will give victim's choice. So, let's go on Markov first. What do I roll against to learn this aspect?
It's your empathy versus his deceit.
Cool.
2.
I'm at a 3.
Okay. You can get undead hedonist. As you probably see that I have some drugs on me. I excuse
Some
myself.
paraphernalia.
It's just a little plane.
Oh.
And okay, so that's my Markov. Is that? Do you mind if I ask which one that is?
Like you.
I'm the king of the jungle.
And I think I'll roll into Camo after the next game, so it's alright, it's not just.
I love movies.
I'll roll on Timothy. He seems like he's a little disheveled.
Is it against my empathy?
Deceive. Your
Deceive?
deceive versus
I do not have, so I'm gonna roll on train.
Honestly, God, I came into this session with nothing.
Yeah.
So
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate this.
So you got me.
What do I get?
I
Give me
figured,
something.
but I just want to make sure that you weren't like, I want to get to negotiations.
You can get strange
No,
bedfellows.
you know me, I
I'm
can
not
pull a lot
really
out of nothing,
uncomfortable
right?
with
Yeah.
the situation as an alliance should be, I guess.
All right, Mr. Moti. What's stake?
Mr. Moti.
no,
So you're-
cards. First we
Yeah,
His
yeah.
name is Tit.
Timothy.
He didn't correct me. The boss.
Past accomplishments. What brought you to this island, I guess? I will say that my genius and unconventional ways brought me to this island.
I had spent half a year on the Outlands working for some bird people, and I didn't really was getting the impression they were probably about to slit my throat. So I looked for an alliance contract more
Bird-
world side.
Bird people. Which one?
The Arakoa.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Arco, of course. Yeah.
Sorry. To be perfectly fair, last game they answered the questions first. So I think your answers should stay. I think you guys should be the ones answering questions first this time, though.
That's fair. Because who brought it? Oh no. Timothy opened though.
He
it's
said
been
the question.
Yeah, the way it's been is whoever starts a question starts it, and then we go clockwise around.
Oh, because I thought
He answered first for.
It seemed like the first round Kevin was asking Timothy questions.
No, he answered
Every
first.
round it's been whoever suggested the question. I think
Gotcha.
that was first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
My bad.
Because that's you
Look
need
at the
to.
tape,
That's
Sean.
your bet.
Fine. Goal.
Because that's your betting is naming what question we're answering.
What's the difference between a liger and a tycoon?
Well, why did they bring me to the island?
I will go check the teams right now.
They probably brought me here. I'm a survivalist of sort. I managed to stay alive in a desert for about 2 years by myself. And then I kind of turned it into a business. Bringing other people places they shouldn't be able to live through. And so they brought me to this island because it wasn't the nicest place to live, I imagine, when they investigated it first. So I'm just kind of the person they call if they need someone to scope out a place and make sure the place is livable.
I always get snacks for the movies.
Yeah.
I'm a mender of people, of their relationships. I settle disputes and heal wounds.
Squash from your old life.
That's good.
Did you squash? Did you squash?
I was about to say
conflicts?
squash beef,
Yeah.
but you guys don't need to know about my
Did you-
nightly pursuits.
Did you squanch the beef?
Oh shit, boys! It's a fucking Sam's Clan.
Oh, I squanch my father. Oh God! What? What? No, I do. I squanch him. Oh, stop saying it.
Go for it, Alec.
All right. Jack. King.
Off.
Who shuffled this?
I don't remember who's been the longest since they've had a question.
You can go you or me. Either one's fine.
I'll let you go.
Who's the person you're most scared of on your side? Someone I should avoid if I ever meet.
What's your answer?
Is it Dory?
Probably Torres. That dude straight up like murdered like 5 people in front of me.
He straight up brought people out to watch him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards Steelfang. was
Also,
the-
he made Sinkoma whip someone.
Yeah.
Like,
kind of a harsh individual. He dealt with his drug problem by making his people watch him murder a bunch of drug dealers.
Oh. So he's very harsh on drugs.
Among other things. He's just very
was
harsh.
he harsh on the drugs?
He was very harsh on the people that were associated with dealing drugs.
Yes.
I don't know if they were dealing the drugs. I doubt they were.
Yeah, it wasn't so much the matter of the drugs.
He has a very direct approach to problems that he encounters. So if you were to encounter him, make sure that you have a large contingent with you.
I got you. That's good to know.
Turret, what you got?
turn. Whose turn?
Sorry, Sicko.
So you're the Tauren. My bad.
Tauren.
Can I do Uada if anyone would have a problem with from the Alliance side? Although honestly, part of the reason I like him goes
Maybe Kristoff?
so I was thinking I might fold.
Maybe Telsuri.
I don't think she's a reason to fear those people though. Like she's not. She thinks they're a bit harsh on. Like I don't know. I don't think she didn't get along with anyone yet.
I'm gonna go with
I don't know.
Kira Blazenerve.
Ah,
She is a fire mage. Seems very prideful and petty.
sounds about right.
Which does not seem a good combination.
Conveniently, she's also not a good liar. From my interaction with her.
Oh, you know her.
Yes.
I thought you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
did.
did.
She-
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I tried to parlay with her, and
That's
she
right.
had giant metal canisters that she insisted were supplies until one dropped and exploded on the ground in a fire explosion.
We'll have to bring up the card game next time. Take all our money.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in our camp. It's scary. I don't know.
Is it Einhard? You were kind of freaked out about it. But then you did want to give him a communication device.
There's this dome.
Tessie.
Yeah, that
the
correct.
Black Rank.
Yeah. She gets pretty fired up.
Tavern owner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm good. This is the thing. A friend of mine, Turrent. Yeah, that was his name. He stole some chickens from
Sounds
her.
like a good friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then things escalated. I don't know what she did, but things really escalated. So I just apologized before anything went wrong.
Was some occult stuff?
Wow.
Yeah.
All about chickens.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
That is quite a weird thing.
I had to steal a damn chicken from her, goddamn.
I never had any issues with Tessa. I don't have much from people on my side, but I also don't have a very good hand. So
Take that.
I'm going to fold.
It's fair. It's fair. You can always add in if you want.
Yeah, I'll chime in. So then,
That's everybody.
yeah. I feel really angry if a 10 and a 4 flop out in the last hit.
I'll tell him that.
Yeah.
It's not very serious.
That's a Colorado.
I'll give a consolation one since I'm out. Unless you want me to end because you ended last time.
No, go for it.
So, things to do for fun. Just noticing from the hobbies you have in your bag there. I don't know if you've encountered one. I will give. I don't know the name. Gabe doesn't remember the name. The magic drug.
Mana.
Mana is what they call it. Cool.
Yeah, man, people get addicted to mana.
Okay. Well, it's yeah.
Yeah.
I encountered on the first time on this island this drug called mana not that long ago. Actually, before my first contact with Kira. It was an interesting one, but not one I intend to take again. A bit too heavy in regards to reflection of negative events, if you know what I mean.
Can confirm.
So that's your hobby?
Well, that type of thing. Or drinks or whatever type of thing you can get in town.
General
Trying to figure out what your
browsing.
aspects. Cool. What?
Speed junkie.
Versus your
I rolled deceive against that. 0 is 0.
Okay.
So, I think this is the one that works most for that. Curiosity is worth consequence.
Just wait till your superiors find out that you're just sitting here talking to these people.
Yeah, that's fine.
You did what with them? We just played cards, Dad.
I learned from watching you. Every other expansion.
Mana is an acquired taste.
Wow.
I think
Is it one you've acquired?
I'm working on it. Drugs?
I'm working on it. Drugs.
Certain
They're a hell of a drug.
certain substances develop differently in a person, and so giving something more than one try might be beneficial. Because you might experience one thing. A bad high is always something you'd experience in your first event, or you might experience something totally different with all these magical stuff. Like this one, I'll pull out. Like
Is it? Yeah.
this one was a little different than I'm used to, but I think we'll give
Is it mana or a different one?
It's mana.
Okay.
Third or fourth try, I think I'm expecting something different because it's very close to, I'll name another different drug, like Nerubian spice.
Oh, yeah. Nerubian spice. That is a good one.
They say that the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
But you do get different results. That's the thing.
Actually, that
They say that people that say that haven't tried doing different things over and over again. So.
Oh, I've tried very different things. Well, he's been trying different things.
He was there. He was there.
I really enjoyed having a naked undead man running about my glade.
Ooh, that does not sound pleasant.
Well-
pardon to interrupt, but I just need to. Science is trying the same thing again to test whether there's the same or different result.
Exactly, and you seem like a very stable genius.
Yeah.
So they're doing science.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
never thought about that.
Yeah.
That'd be fair. I'll tell Torn if I get caught that I'm doing science.
Exactly. It's like if you see a lever, you pull it, and you get shocked with lightning. A normal person would say, "No, I shouldn't pull that lever." A scientist says, "I wonder if that'll happen again."
Lightning never strikes twice in the same place. So I have to test
And
that.
a genius would put a machine that would harness that electricity, and then you have free electricity for a while. And you just put someone like a peon or whatever, just push the machine.
I
and
think
just-
a genius would sell tickets.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Yeah, I
Scientist
tell people
is
to
what-
paint the fence for me.
And the druid on the other side would laugh as he calls lightning every time someone pulls a lever.
But yeah, I think I have a very similar experience of things to do. I'd like to try new things. Things that I
Alright.
didn't get to try before. New experiences, something that I'm looking forward to. And this island was a good opportunity to see new things. So, Cone, what are your hobbies?
You mean aside from babysitting your trips?
Well, I know you enjoy that, but I like to.
It is like in the movie.
I swear I bought these at the bar.
My hobbies are meditating in the glade.
Walking
lately-
on the beach.
Well, lately I've been very preoccupied about what to do with this seed here.
What's it do?
Grow into a tree. It's a very. I got it from the green dragon that we rammed.
And he
So-
gave you something in a dream and it showed up here, or did he mail it to you? How did that work?
He handed it to me in the dream, and then when I woke up, it was in my hand.
Bad fucking trip, I'll tell you that.
That does sound pretty bad.
bad.
Dragon dreams do not sound great.
Bad fucking trip, I will tell you that.
There's
Forteris
evidence that the Emerald.
has no ill will towards. Well, I don't know that I know him enough to say anyone, but certainly not towards us.
Would not do it again. One of the few I would not do it.
All right. Good to know.
I think my hobbies are self-evident. I mean, I don't think I have a hobby, but more of a calling. I'm here to improve the world through science, and it's like
Can everything improve through science?
it should.
It should?
Yeah,
Can it? Or something science can't explain?
of course. Magic is just a different type of
I kinda wish I
science.
stopped at
If
one.
you
Because
stop
that
it and
would've been funny.
you quantify it and you measure it, the magic is just a different, like electricity or fire or something. It's just another form of science. So if those fucking stuffy mages in their towers would stop being so stuffy and started to actually take down notes, then we would improve science more.
Can you explain me though? I'm supposed to be dead, but I'm talking. There's no chemistry. I know, like.
Well, how familiar are you with the story of Arthas Menethil?
Who?
You guys are so.
You would absolutely know who he is.
Arthas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a He's the Lich King. He's the guy who fucked up most of the
I'm
world.
gonna say that would be pretty common knowledge, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He's perpetuated a lot of what became the undead
Yeah.
people.
Well, the plagues, just similarly to how necromancers, they raise the dead. He raised a bunch of the dead, and the strongest people with the strongest wills, they broke first from the Lich King. It's pretty much common knowledge. So, just from knowing you, I can tell you that you're not Scorch. Because the Scorch will be mindless right now.
We'll get there.
I'm
Don't
just,
let him talk down to you.
I'm just thinking, like, I'm supposed to be
Try-
dead, and I've seen
believe
dead
me.
people before.
Of course, no, yeah, not
But their dead's different than my dead.
you. You died, but magic brought you back.
Then magic's a quantifiable thing, like, can run out of being alive.
Depends. I mean,
Do I got a timer?
that's a good question. I mean, you should probably ask your Banshee Queen.
Let me run some tests.
I'm just wondering.
I mean-
I'm not a well-read
Our-
person. I
our,
read science.
Our king has forbidden any study on the undead because we're not supposed to have communications with you guys. So that's where that ends.
No.
It sounds like
Alright,
You
we
would
like
be
spending
opposed.
time down at tables every now and again.
I want to get an empathy of you, an aspect from you from all this.
Sure.
So I got a 7. Well, let's see, let's do 7. So,
And I rolled a 0.
okay.
Succeed with style, do you get 2?
I get. I don't know. That's up to
No.
you. Yeah. I assumed it was I get 1, but technically I would get an additional invoke on it before the end of the scene if I were
I don't
going to
think
invoke
that's
these, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So you get my trouble. Science can't solve everything, but it should.
Cool.
All right.
Alright, Syncoma, got the last ones for me.
If you had a 6 and a 4. Or a 10 and a 9. No, never mind. Or a 9 and a 6.
Yes. 6 is the gut shot.
What would you do if there were no Horde and no Alliance?
We're talking about good shots on one top. Part of it. Yeah.
I think you answer first when you make that question.
That's true. I think I would be trying to help people like myself change their paths in life.
It's very noble. I didn't think about the fact that you were going to be the first person to answer because I was going to empathy you after this question. I got a 3 to try and learn an aspect.
You're probably going to learn it because I don't have to see
Yeah.
it.
Do you deceive?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just curious if anyone did, because I don't. And your choice. Whatever you think probably reflects that answer best would be. If anyone
Preferable.
Yeah, probably the high concept, former Slayer, current healer.
And that does fit a lot with everything I've already learned about your conversation.
I don't have cards, but I do like that question. I wouldn't do anything different. I mean,
I'm living the dream, bitch!
yeah, whether it's for a lion or a whatever the sign is, I could still be doing what I'm doing. I could probably deal more with those goblins, though. They might up their prices on materials. I might have Brain do a bunch of stuff for me. Yeah. Do you know Brain?
I've seen her around town some. She's
Yeah.
the dwarf that lives at your house, right?
Yeah.
Are you two,
No, she's my assistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Curious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like your sexual assistant, or?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Like she helps you study things that arouse your interest.
Hey.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and she uses a microscope. Wait.
For me, I think it would be a little bit simpler. I could take scouting contracts and exploring contracts more easily. Not have to worry about whether or not the person I'm taking it from, I have to not worry as much as I can walk into a city without knowing, oh wait, now I get closer I can tell these are orc houses instead of human houses. Or the worst one, fence is when I get to a Forsaken village and they happen to be the adamantly loyal types. So then I think it's just a human settlement because the houses look the same. And then I get close and then they end up trying to attack me and kill me. Yeah, it's so weird.
I got that look. You can see that look. God, the only thing I would do differently is just different people would show up in my bed every night. Different people would be giving me my drugs.
Yeah, that's right.
Different people would be a variation of people.
Well, clearly we get the same drug.
Various-
though.
Yeah,
Boys would be lathering me in oils.
various oils. The food might be better there. I don't know.
Opera about a woman. I'm decadent.
The Alliance chickens were much better. I would get some better food. I just like their food a lot more. And it might be because my taste buds are slowly dying. Because it's like the food back there. It's the only thing I care for back there. Just the people. Meet different people. Get different
Let's
things.
get you build a bunch of crazy things. Maybe we can build some artificial taste buds for you.
That's something that's possible.
Apparently.
7 in my craft roll.
You give me the fucking
Yeah,
taste
you
buds.
give up the blueprints. Obviously, you can't be like, here's a prototype.
I start, interesting. I turn around and start writing on the rocks. And it's like,
I gave you a notepad.
the rocks are fun though.
Alright, so
That way you can take it when you leave.
I assumed that you were just ready to
I have a great
perform
hand.
brain surgery on him too.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Small bands
can.
you if you want.
Well, there's no reason to fold now.
I know. Just try it.
Yeah, you're trying to make it sound more climactic and dramatic when it's not.
You ever want it? What's one thing you're going to do to make sure we make it out of this cave alive?
One thing I'm gonna do to make sure we make it out of this cave alive.
I'm gonna
Prioritize
suck all of
cannibalism
it.
order.
I was really hoping he'd say kill two alive.
Game over. That's like the end of your campaign.
I've already done it. I've done the math, and I have one horn for each of these fuckers.
You can always fold. You don't got a plan.
I don't know.
I got a plan. So.
Oh, really?
I'm
interested in hearing
I
that.
have my Kingdom services primed and ready.
I like where you're going. But we're all probably going to suffocate to death unless I do what I'm going to do. So,
What's that?
I'll start tearing off some, like, ragged stuff I'll soak in water. You're going to wear the shawl when you sleep. I'm getting really tired. You're going to die from smoke inhalation if you don't wear this.
All right.
It's all just tear off a shawl for everyone. It's going to smell. Sorry. My clothes aren't.
I'll grab some extra cloth straps. I have extra linen cloth in my bag.
Yeah.
Just wear it. Soak it in some water. Wear it in your mouth. You should be fine.
Can I use my stunt, the numbers equation, to get +2 to craft to create advantage on the scene? Since we're like locked in here to maybe create
What advantage are you trying to create?
just like a little respite, so I don't have to wear his cloth. I'm just like gonna blast a little piece of rock and
Don't you have a
I
helmet
have
with some
legs
sort
off.
of filtration?
I don't have
I'm not gonna
helmets.
make you roll for it.
Okay, good. I just blasted out a little
Why the
rock.
fuck don't
Offering
you have
olive
a-
branch and you're slapping it away.
Yeah, I don't. It's nothing personal, but I don't want your dirty things in my face. There's a reason I don't want to help.
I will take out like fresh linen cloth, but I'll kind of have you show me the process you
Yeah.
use to get it set up.
Ready?
I've got a pair.
Ace high. Wait for that queen.
There were 3 10s in our hands.
But I'll let you all know, I don't kill people I play cards with, so you're safe for the night.
That's good.
Wear that mask, you'll make it through the night. Hopefully the volcano should be done exploding by the time we wake up in the morning. I can find some food for you guys in the morning if that's the case.
Yeah. Sounds good. For Dreamland, do you have any European spice to help me sleep?
I only got this fucking mana shit, I had to steal this. Don't tell Turek, by the way.
I can do this. That was really bad. That was the worst one I've done in a long time.
Didn't change.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
Yep.
Now,
Do this.
No!
So, Coven, do you kill everyone in their sleep?
No.
Just want to make
But then you kill everyone in their sleep?
No.
That's good. Do we actually need savior for suffocation, not from the volcano, but because the toxic fumes of your suit and this clothes?
I'm actually. I was about to.
He's leaking a lot of gas.
I was about to extend an knowledge brand.
Actually, Sunkoma's probably the biggest offender. Cow farts.
Yeah.
Night farts.
Night fart. I was about to actually extend an olive branch. And I
All you
was
eat
gonna,
is just grain all day.
Oh God!
Just
oh
mulling it
God!
over.
It's the fiber.
He's just mulling it over.
Getting my third
Ain't
stomach.
got any grass.
Gone to cut.
Sean. So
Yeah,
I was gonna
that's me.
extend him an olive branch, and I was gonna
An olive.
an olive
Okay.
an olive branch,
Huh?
and I was gonna like take apart
that's
part
what
of my
these
suit,
oligarchs do,
so I could
Sean.
make a circlet, so that he could wear in his head that will like shock the taste into his mouth and into his brain.
Just shocked my brain.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So since I had like that 7, I could ride that 7 into actually making it through the night, and it's like here.
I'm trying to think of what could give you trouble out of this, so I can invoke one of your aspects.
I could be my suit could be like the targeting system could be down.
No. No, you can do that.
Science can't solve everything, but it should. You can make an undead man taste.
That would be actually really funny if, just the coincidence of it is that you shock yourself while testing it through the night, and then you lose your sense of taste.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because I have to taste stuff. So I start tasting the rocks. It's like, huh, it works.
I blame my buttery hands.
Oh yeah.
Just wake up, see
With
licking a
full speed
rock.
on it. That's pretty good.
I can see the other cards still.
Yeah, shut up, you whore.
It's almost.
It only works from one point of view.
Yeah.
There's a Jesse Eisenberg.
Mhm.
Jesse Eisenberg? I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Now you see me.
Now you
Yeah.
see me, yeah.
He did that. He went on a talk show and he did that trick.
Uh-huh.
And he did it for the host. So the whole crowd's just off to the side and they're looking at that card that
Right.
he just popped behind it. So everyone's staring at him doing this trick, which he's revealing how he did the trick by it's just really funny.
Yeah, after they take it out of the Magician's Guild.
Probably, I don't know.
Like the Bo Burnham joke.
After that, they made a
Oh,
movie.
yeah, did it change? He holds up a red card and he's like, I'm gonna change this card and make it black. And he flicks it and then it's like a black eye.
Yeah.
And he's like, did
Yeah.
the card change? And
Yeah,
it's the same.
it's like they cut the frame.
Yeah,
and
they
he
cut the frame.
He turned it into a black. Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny. That is a really good. He has a couple of really good sketches.
Cool.
Anyways.
That's all I had.
So everyone goes to sleep.
Cow
You
farts.
guys decided that you were in a cave-in. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's cave-in. Somebody probably
Sorry,
digs out the
awful.
tunnel.
Yeah.
Who?
That'd probably be me.
Oh, I was thinking you guys are
Outside
here. Yeah, somebody who's outside digging.
Oh.
Still some
I think
drama.
Lomori.
That guy from Stained, because he's on the outside looking in. He can see through us. See our true colors.
So probably Lomori.
Yeah, probably.
A little more.
Little Maury.
Who would be on the?
Lance side to help with that.
Yeah. Who would you guys have? Your assistant probably.
Yeah.
She's definitely there.
Brain has
Your Griffin's in here.
Yeah.
Pulling her not insignificant weight.
Uh,
Which
Oh,
sounds like a
yeah.
fat joke, but really it's a density joke.
you know what? None of them. It's the two Pandurans.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
fuck those guys.
You
Like
got
that.
their heads dirty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're doing the karate at the rocks.
As you guys are being dug out, these two Pandarin are there, and they're also Horde and Alliance soldiers that are helping on both sides.
I'll start getting to some healing then.
Yeah, they are
Working together.
as they're digging through.
Yeah.
You guys can kind of see, and they can kind of see. You guys can see out. They can see in. They say that they found them. and a lot of people are cheering outside, and they like
Yeah,
You know,
we
start
can put
working
them
on
to
Horde.
death. Collaborators.
they of course, make sure you guys have food or anything that you guys would have needed. The Horde and the Alliance don't seem to be fighting right now,
No, that's convenient.
so it's I'm sure very. I just assume you guys locked in there, missed the negotiations, as all chat from a while ago is not super important. Right, you guys would probably agree that you guys. Do you think that's you guys?
Yeah.
You've tasted the food now.
They kind of just explain to you all Pandarans. Well, some Alliance soldiers will explain to you guys. Some Horde soldiers will explain to you.
Yeah.
The Pandaren have. They think they know why these volcanoes are happening, and they made a pretty compelling argument that it doesn't matter who wins this war. Essentially,
We need to work together for this.
we have to resolve this.
Volcano serious business. I understand.
Yeah.
I was once caved in thanks to a volcano.
Shut up. I remember it like
My
it was
life will never be
yesterday.
the same. It was the worst. So many cow farts.
Just have to take it day by day.
He was pretty good at the beginning. We were just playing some cards. Then the cow fart started.
The cow farts started.
They never quite ended.
Just gotta take it day by day.
Like the flashback Vietnam meme, except it's just like a Tauren behind me.
Eating beans.
Yeah,
Just a cow.
Yeah, just a cow, not even a
Field.
Tauren.
Just chewing.
It's just toilet sounds.
It's all toilet noises.
All right.
There's nothing funny about what's on these tapes. People have serious medical issues.
It's 10:52 now. So I want to do one last scene at least, and then any scenes that you guys want to do.
I think that works for me.
It's
Unless you're in a rush.
okay.
You know the two that are more likely to be like, yeah, I like what you were.
Brozeg is walking around on with a cane.
Kick it out.
You son of a bitch.
You don't even know him.
I know.
He was looking like a guy like.
You just
You
really
said Coma channels his inner Tauren for a second.
channels his inner Andrew apparently because
Yeah.
that's what Andrew has to do in every game where
That's
I
true.
introduce any
Any
person of
character with a cane.
authority with a cane.
That's true.
That's
That's
why
about that
he-
Dragon Age game.
Yeah.
Just need robot legs. Just needs robot legs.
He told me later on. You told me you had a dream.
Yeah.
About kicking the cane out from the sheriff of that town.
Right through the stained glass window of the church. It's good.
Like,
It was like a 7-part plot. You know, like
it was
Yeah.
the longest plot I've heard to kick a cane out from a sheriff who
it
I
was
think
more
only didn't
realized
like
than a Michael
him.
Bay movie. Let's be honest.
Only didn't like him because I forget the exact. It doesn't matter. So
Because he's a rampaging murder hobo. It happens.
So the two Pandarans will be at the center of a table. On what?
I'm still laughing at that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
gotcha. Just the whole.
It was good times.
It was pretty funny. Terrible to GM. But,
Yeah, but thankfully
but
we
very
were the only
funny.
two players in it, so we were cool with it.
So the two Pandarans will be at the center of the table since they know each other and are very amicable to each other and even affectionate towards each other.
I heard Pandarans have problems with that.
There are a couple.
Not these ones.
Damn you so much.
Take away
I hate you so much right now. I just really, really hate you so much.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
They had to play panda porn, Sean. It's a very serious issue.
Okay.
And even then, they were like, "What do I do? I just eat this bamboo like I've been doing for 3 hours? I don't."
They had to give them those kids' toys with like the different shapes that they had to put inside a ball.
I think there's a picture. I think there's a video of a panda trying to escape, and the handler just goes over, walks up to him, picks him up,
Yeah.
and puts him back in.
Yeah.
But
Because pandas don't know how to have sex.
Torrent will be there. Brozeg will be there. Who would be Brozek's second in command?
Are part of the Virgin Island?
You're fucking crying because you're.
I'm laughing pretty hard. This is funny shit.
Who would Brozek's second in command be?
She's got to reach. He's got to reach the bottom of the barrel.
I don't remember. What's that?
The pirate.
Pirate would not be second in command. The probably actually Abilene Cooper was second in command. The quartermaster.
That's what I was. That was my second.
Tessie.
Abilene will be there.
Mm-hmm.
You all will be brought in. The Horde side, there's some discussion like before going into the meeting, which you guys are in that encampment, so you hear it. A lot of people are arguing about who should be at the table for the discussions.
Have too many people.
Because there are so many people that are always welcomed into the hut.
The tent.
Yeah. Torin basically says that you two are going.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
PC rune. Like,
Yeah, I have a nameplate above my head. It says my level. So you two are going to be going. There's two operators here.
It says Nuggetfucker 69.
He would say...
One more person, man. It's the other one's going to get crowded.
Omori.
Yeah, probably a little more.
Little more.
Not to exclude the bad guys, but they're just going to sit awkwardly in the corner because I fought for their right to party, and they sit awkwardly in the corner. So, fuck them.
He leans towards Lomori, about to say Lomori. Gerskag Skarsny steps forward with some books. He pulls out some accounting books and starts talking about why it's very important for him to be there. He has been keeping track of all the finance that's been going on with this whole thing. He's been here since the beginning. And Torin will allow him to.
Instead
Instead of Lomori.
Alright, let's go winner.
Yeah.
Because I don't know any of these people.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't know any of these.
I know.
I'll ask him how much we lost in the fire.
What's all of your favorite NPCs?
About tree fitting.
Should any NPCs have died during the fight?
I would think I'd named ones. I don't know if we need to kill any actual NPCs off screen. Anyone you really like, don't like, but pure apathy towards?
Yeah, that would be the thing. Is there anyone that no one cares about at all? And would that
Murlocs.
be a deciding factor for them to?
Goodbye, Gerskag starts.
No, Gerskag Skarsny!
He just disappeared. Who did we lose?
He does.
I don't feel so good.
All right. So the Pandaren start the talks. Might be hard to play whatever you're doing without those.
Yeah, we might have needed those for poker shit.
I took them after poker.
Uh-huh.
They were in
Actually,
the final
it wouldn't
hand
be
of
hard
the poker.
because those two are the pair that would go together.
Yeah.
So I'd just be
are
missing
they?
one pair, yeah.
During the talks, the Pandaren are explaining their fields of knowledge of what they know. They both seem to have studied and followed the same teachings of the same person.
Check against both.
Yeah.
Douche nozzle
Yeah,
one,
of course.
douche nozzle
No,
two.
no, of course we're not here.
Got kicked out.
The Pandaren are pleading to both sides, essentially, to put aside this war for the time being until this can be fully
Senpai.
resolved. Torin, well, Brozek will say, we didn't start a war on this island.
We start the fire.
The Horde did. You know, he's shirking the blame off to them.
And then I'll call bullshit.
Oh?
Yeah, you put a sensor here to attract us here? Someone in your organization?
You sent riders which attacked one of our people firsthand, and were trying to attack our town and blow up our town. We weren't even aware of your presence on this island until they attacked one of our riders.
And then your people wanted us to keep coming.
That did. What?
You made a sonar beacon to draw us here even after that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why would we point out one of our locations to you?
Apparently, you got some fucking problem in the ranks.
What do I need to roll to remain out of this?
Usually not asking to roll things
Yeah.
will help you remain out of it. But since you have spoken, you now must roll something.
Okay.
Deceive.
Deceive's a great one, or stealth, if you just kind of want to blend into the back of the crowd. But
I
I think
will.
inconspicuous is very close.
I will
Pretty close,
roll. Deceive. Woo!
Damn, GN. Was that a 2?
Yeah.
you roll and deceive. Well, lying to you guys would be against whatever yours is. You can roll against it if you want to. That's up to you guys. As far as
Gotcha, bud.
Brozig, I don't think
I also
Brozig is
have
very
my
good at
friend.
dealing with like social. So you have how much?
I two.
You get it over on Brozig.
Yeah.
Brozig has no idea.
Because he's a dummy.
The quartermaster doesn't even care enough to look into it.
I don't care if those two know. Because they kind of know
Torrent.
already. Turn. Yeah.
Torin.
Oh, Chrissy knows.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. Turn knows.
But he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Gerskak's Carson had no idea.
Did a 4 detect the lie?
Yeah.
Okay, then I know. Because you didn't actually get that secret, I didn't think.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
That was when he folded.
Yeah.
It was the Deep Dark Secrets round.
And I didn't even get consolation.
Nope.
Consolation.
Yeah, because you guys all, when
Yeah.
you folded,
We
you were
folded,
like...
we
you-
just said it.
Oh, yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah. Well, you were the first to fold.
I'm just saying there's some strange things afoot on your side.
That you're accusing to Brozig.
I'm saying there's some weird shit happening on your side.
I think assigning blame seems detrimental.
This is true. It's usually not the best way forward.
Sorry. Somebody's watching and asking questions about it and everything, so I was trying to
If we
respond.
are, if we are looking to mesh together to figure out what's causing these catastrophes, then blaming each other for what happened in the past is not going to be productive. We need to decide how best to work together in the future.
Did Torrid make the call to send Kier, or was that from someone higher above him?
He made the call.
Yeah, the call. Okay.
He made the call, yeah. To draw first blood, part 2.
They drew first blood.
Torrent will say that he'll start spouting off a lot of information about the simple fact the Alliance came out here, was an aggressive, like, it created a situation where the Horde had to respond. Otherwise, the Alliance would just use this to attack them and hurt further people. And basically, they're both just kind of spouting rhetoric at each other for a little bit. The Pandurants will get them to calm down, at least, to try and meet for the mutual cause. These seals that are blocking the life force of this island, they have to be stopped.
Okay.
If we don't stop them, there will not be an island, and I don't know how far this will extend to the rest of Azeroth.
Do we know where the rest of them are?
We have some ideas based on the journals.
Do we know who put them here?
We have found out that actually a lot of the journals, or a lot of the seals have been broken from each side already, which is great. And consequently, you guys were working together already.
Yeah.
Then
But we don't get that cool dungeon scene.
the male panda, I think it was Zhu Jin. I think I had Zhu Jin, you had Jin Thundercloud.
Sure.
It's
Young
in
Jin's
the pile.
Yeah, it's in the pile.
It's in the pile. In the pile!
Young Jin.
Young Jin, that's right, that was mine. And he had, I thought her name was Thundercloud. When you were running the game,
Gmon
Gabe,
Raingrowth.
Rain growth, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rain Growth.
Thundercloud
Was that
might be the name of
The other Pranduran.
might be the name of the journals.
No, I think. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, because Zujin's probably actually a World of Warcraft name. Now that I'm saying aloud, feels kind of.
Zujan is the journals.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay. I thought there was someone named Thundercloud, but I'll figure it out later.
Cool.
So Youngjin will turn to her and say, "I really like the way you put that." And she'll say, "You really don't think it was too much?" And then they kind of keep talking to each other for a little bit before the two generals will kind of be like, "Back to what's at hand," like kind of to move them along. Youngjin will say, "We believe that there are 3 seals that remain. We know that you guys have taken care of one that was damaging earth elementals in a mine. We know that the Horde have taken care of one that was not containing a river.
Fire elementals in the mountain.
Yes, you guys have the fire elementals in the mountain. That's the only one you guys have done, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
then
didn't think you guys had done
Alliance also had the water.
Yeah, and they have the water one. So that should leave a air one.
Yeah.
We have an air one that needs to.
It's in the clouds.
Yes.
fuck.
Well, there are actually there is a castle in clouds in one of the areas. It was a dungeon in Cataclysm.
Gotcha.
But it was a fun one.
We'll look to Tor then. Tor, do you think we can put aside our differences at least for one seal breaking? I think that's enough to make sure the island doesn't collapse into thunder and smoke.
He is definitely willing to do that. More to you guys, he'll indicate that he's confirmed with other shamans that this is definitely a cause for concern and that the symptoms are starting to show through more heavily. But yes, he says that he's more than happy to. Brozeg.
Brozeg is Draenei, so he might.
He wants
Like
something for the Alliance.
Okay.
I would think, because he believes the Alliance should come before
Yeah.
other things. I think he would want the
Treasures.
Horde to put a good faith, a sign of good faith towards this, towards this cause. To either establishing a location for a forward encampment, or providing that way. They took first blood, so we think they should make the first step towards events. Gersgag Skarsnoot will argue with this a little bit.
I'll
Argue with
offer. I can offer to help train their people to find
Survive.
some food, because they're going to be short on food, I imagine.
Survive.
Because there's going to be a lot of animals fleeing all over the place. I can tell them where they're going to be fleeing to and show them a spot where
I was thinking more location.
location.
Personally,
That's fine.
the GM, was thinking more location.
That's fine. I can't help with that. I can't help. I'm offering what I can offer.
You guys do have a good friend who does have an Allegor city.
That's a floor.
Take me down to the Allegor City.
He's part of the Horde. You guys
The
speak for the
girls
Horde
are
right now.
Halacors.
If Lemuri offer, they'll be like,
And
go
the
for it.
teeth are gritty.
is marshy and the girls are scaly.
If Lemuri's offer that, I'll be like, sure, I can only offer what I can offer.
You guys are part of the Horde.
I know. I'm not the decision maker for Lemuri.
Yeah. But
My character doesn't feel he's a decision maker. I can offer what I can offer.
what do you think on it, Syncoma?
I mean, if Lemuri's alright with it.
Well, he's also fine with, Gersgag Skarsnoot will argue the cost of either bringing the Alliance there, or, the work that they would have to put in for them. And he'll also argue that even if that's not okay with Lomori's people, even if we were to do a different encampment, that's still very expensive, and that doesn't seem reasonable for any losses in this.
Unless your investment just falls through. We already have resources here. Everything gets.
Griffins are pretty cheap to put up. That'll help with transportation.
Well, I was gonna have Torin threaten him.
Okay.
So So if no one else is going to threaten him to get him to shut up,
Oh yeah.
then Torrent will. But otherwise, you guys can roll a rapport or something else too,
I was just going to.
or a resources roll. That would actually be more ideal.
Can I use
Don't
deceive
have
to
that.
sunk cost fallacy him?
I have.
You already have this much invested. You can't give it all up right
I
now.
have
Sure.
resources.
Yes.
Hey, I gave you a circlet.
Is that? Are you provoking him to fear?
I'm
No,
deceiving.
deceive's fine. Because you don't actually know.
I'm using faulty logic.
Sure. I'll allow it. Your ob is going to be a 3. Go.
Can I spend a chip?
Yes, absolutely. Please
Got me
do.
the other
Amateur
day.
mastermind.
Got me
Where
the
you
other
at?
day on Slayer's Fire.
4?
Yep.
Gerskag Skarsnoot will agree that
You already have
you're-
investment, dude. You
he's-
can't.
he'll thank you, and as one of his financial advisors.
Another title that I fucking have.
Yeah. He's like, clearly you know
Yeah.
a lot about this, and I should listen to
So
some
I'm
of
just
your.
gonna write in Paul Ryan.
I definitely need to listen to some of your words of wisdom on this and this insight, because you're absolutely right. It would be all a failed investment at this point if we were to just give it up. But certainly your wisdom in that is very
Well, I'm glad someone's taking me seriously.
yeah. It's very eye opening. So Torrent will agree. He wants to send back our people to establish the primary work in building the actual city. It seems like the Alliance is already friends with them.
Yeah.
So maybe they can also provide a contingent of Vanguards that way.
That's food for the Alcors.
Yeah, for when the Alicors get there.
Jesus Christ.
Macker's like, hey, he would tell you not to hang out with the guys. Like, no, we're hanging out with their bosses. It's all good.
Yeah, you guys will be hanging out with them because you're our underlings and they're their underlings. So you guys are just gonna have to get along.
That's chain of command's front.
Yeah, it is.
Torrent asks. No, Torrent wouldn't ask. Brozek will ask, sorry. How many Horde personnel will be at this encampment? Torrent replies with a small contingent, a reason, what's reasonable for the circumstances. And then Brozek, trying to, provoke Torrent, will say a small contingent. We can afford a small contingent of 100 people, 100 soldiers. You guys know that is like way more soldiers than you guys have there. But he's definitely trying to lie to him and
He's gonna send
Put some
fucking
fear in him.
farmers. He's gonna send farmers dressed as soldiers to die. Oh, no.
No, he's bluffing him. He's bluffing to try and make the force seem larger.
And then we'll send just same amount. Small. Yeah, that's a small force.
You guys know
We
there's
don't have, we have
not
30
there,
fucking
you guys
peons.
don't even have anywhere near that many
We
people
have 30 peons, not soldiers.
Oh, look.
Torrent doesn't get scared very easily, and he'll say,
We'll send 10 soldiers, and that should be enough. He doesn't scare easily.
My brown patches.
They're trying to take the sky from me.
Torrent will say they'll send 20. That should be more than enough to deal with any alliance uprising if there is one. They continue to
Can I
drive
try to
one
like
another.
diffuse it a little more with our report?
Absolutely.
I'll just
Because they're going to
stick
continue
measuring
to...
contest.
Would anyone like to assist
Can I
in that
assist
report?
you? Yes,
Yeah,
I can
report.
assist you. in
Because
report.
they're going to keep
I will
escalating
also
this.
assist.
What's the DN?
You gonna jump in there, Ben?
It's going to be a 6.
Cool.
There's years of hostility here. They're trying to also instill fear in an advantageous position, and you guys are basically trying to get them to talk down their biases against each other, their, fear of trying to... God damn it, every time I look at you, Alex, it looks like you have fucking blonde hair.
How? Oh, because of the
'cause
lion?
you're leaning over right in a way that
Wait,
The lion.
it looks like,
Yeah, that's
it looks like your Guy Fieri.
no!
All right.
Welcome to Flavor Town.
I feel it's appropriate. My aspects I'm going to invoke here are people are bastards and ask questions first, shoot later.
Okay.
And that takes me to a 7.
All right. With everyone's assistance.
Yeah.
Because these guys were also.
He did not assist, right?
I'm just about a fucking dick measuring contest.
Okay,
My friend. That's not helpful.
You're on the line.
Which is too bad because I was one short
Yeah,
after
so
spending
far.
one chip, so that made
Yeah,
us
whatever.
2
You
chips.
can only use these chips anyways.
That's very fair.
Uh,
That's why I get high.
I might need to make exactly.
you were
roll
able
by 3.
to get them to stop escalating the forces and just
Yeah.
agree to a reasonable contingent of
Yeah.
people.
200 and 100.
They stop arguing about troop placements, who's stronger, who could fight that. They start arguing about their own military achievements to each other.
Okay.
Like they have just switched it over to like
An actual dick
like-
measuring.
Can we shuffle them off to the old folk home and they
No,
can,
they're not like
they can
actually
argue
like,
about
trying
World
to
War
escalate
II
to
while the
war,
rest of us
but they're just
figure
like
out-
trying to one up each other's
Yeah.
war stories to say that to prove that they're tougher than the other ones.
I start
That's all
pulling
they're-
people out of the room.
Yeah.
Like, they
Yeah,
can
yeah,
argue all
that's
fucking
fine.
night.
Everyone else leaves at this point.
Just this two.
Yes.
We get there tomorrow, they're making out or something.
And I was a guard at the
Aggression.
storm of. And I was a guard at the siege of Stormwind of 2 p.m. on blah 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 server.
Sandra and I are like, I thought it went.
I saw
No. No.
the trainer are like
Oh, damn it.
I watched a Stephen Colbert interview Benedict Cumberbatch and he was talking about
Angel Cumberbean.
cucumber bin.
Yeah.
He was talking about like I guess he goes up to Tibet and like goes to monasteries and like tries to teach English and stuff like that. He was saying the Tibet monks like were watching Braveheart and were like, Mister, look, the English are the Chinese and we're the Scots in this movie. But like, he was talking about how they thought it was really funny that these two dogs got stuck together while copulating, and he does this on the show, and then Stephen Colbert is like, can't do that. That definitely just got blurred out. And he's like, look, watch the screen, do it again. And then he's like, so if I do this, and then like right when they're about to touch, it gets blurred out. And he's like, oh, it did get blurred out. Like,
Goddamn
like,
FCC.
yeah, our people are. He's like, well, you can call it disgusting if you want, but it's it's life, it's nature. Very, very funny. Does anyone have any scenes that they want to resolve?
The only thing I would point out is, I'm assuming, are we going to be taking residence in the new
Yes.
city? Okay. If at some point you guys come into my house, you would probably see there's a bunch of like shit just hanging up on the walls. One of them would be my mask from the night.
Oh, okay.
Keepsake.
She's a hoarder.
It's true.
Yeah. Keepsake hoarder.
I will ask Brain to
souvenirs
bring.
give me strength. So.
Brain, I have a simple request. You need to transport our lab over to the new city.
Simple.
I have a question for you guys.
If you can get it all in one go.
And it has to be like a mutual on both sides. Do you want Torrent and Brozek to be there? They don't have to keep arguing like they have been. It seems like Torrent's kind of been a liked NPC, but also if like one goes, then the other one I feel has to be there also.
Yeah.
Or or
I agree in that I feel like if one's there, they both have to be there. But
yeah.
I think that
But I don't feel like they
I
have
could
to
also
be there.
see neither of them living there, but both of them occasionally making visits.
Yeah.
Maybe their spy network is such that they always both visit at the same time.
They
They just happen to be very like
Yeah. I like this notion of the continued pettiness
Yes.
between them.
Yeah.
Like one time they just come wearing all the like full regalia.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
They
realize
literally-
you would be here.
They literally measure like shoulder pads to see who's bigger.
Except it's
What's
hard
fun-
because
I
they
think-
don't have any peripheral vision, so...
Yeah.
I think Torrent is more like just matter of fact, like military fights that he's like come out on top of
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Whereas Brozeg is spouting like alliance superiority and in event and in warfare and but yes, there will be 100% pettiness going constantly between them.
Yeah.
Then, is there any NPCs that people would want? Feel free to ask for PCs from the other or NPCs from the other faction. I know you guys
I feel
would
like my
know
two are
them.
obvious. Bill, Kira, and Kira.
Yeah. Of course. Do you want Kira to be there, or do you want her to show up?
I'm probably just showing up. Like, I don't think she needs to be a constant presence,
She's part of your
she's a cool
backstory.
NPC,
She's a
and
villain.
like, yeah,
She is going to recur, no matter
Yeah.
what, whether she's at this village or not.
exactly.
Well, he said to watch out for Tessa Love Crank, so I feel like she needs to be there.
Yeah, she can
Otherwise,
expand business.
that's a
She can
waste.
move her business here.
Sure.
That's
But, I mean, you guys know NPCs from both, and if you have like an NPC that you're like, this PC from the Alliance game would be really funny to interact with the Horde game.
Yeah.
I mean, if Lomor is not there, then I'm not playing.
Well, Mori can be there.
Lomor can come.
But
with
how's
us.
Lil Morgan treat
He's gonna hate him. He's gonna be like this fucking tiny thing. Why is he so hard to chew?
Yeah.
He looks like some kind of clan.
I needed some sort of Otaru or bad guy that's figured out how to open these things.
Yes. What's
the bagger that mocked and like made sure that he was included in the meetings?
Comer, I think.
Comer. Yes,
Yeah.
Comer.
Comer can come.
You want Comer there?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, he is a Comer.
I think I know exactly how the first conversation between you and Lil Mori would go.
How?
Where's
He
the
would-
rest of you?
No, he would look at you and say, "Oh, I see. Did you just recently become allies with the Alliance? They started providing me with similar armor too." As he's like pointing on, because he wears full counter to his culture. He wears full
full armor
that they provided. Yeah, he's like,
He'd probably say it with the Horde.
Yeah. I see.
say what?
With
He said Alliance.
with
No, he's assuming that he just recently joined the Alliance and that he's, that this is new technology that he's also very fond of.
I see that you're a little bit more advanced than some of your people. You're wearing armor, but I see that you can still can't tell what an actual technological advance this is. That just protects you. This helps me do so much that you can't even imagine. And I start heating up the arms, so it kind of looks on fire, and then I put the other one into a blade, and
So you can see it shoot
Yeah.
a laser bolt.
Whatever
Shit your suit does.
Repulsor blast.
He would say probably something similar to his suit does similar stuff, and then he'll just shoot out some claws on his hand or something like that. But,
Throw a rock out of the other.
yeah, yeah. But it's very just basically a barbaric equivalent of
right,
that.
yeah.
But that I imagine would be pretty
Yeah.
fairly accurate.
Yeah.
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 Are there any scenes that people would want? Interactions with any other NPCs? Otherwise, I'll just kind of pick and choose some.
I'm good at it.
Nothing I can think of.
All right, and I mean the two Pandaren will of course be there.
Yeah.
Seems natural that they would be helping. While you guys are here, I'm not just gonna be like, break a seal. Next session, break another. It's gonna be you guys might
Break a seal, then we'll
next
do
one. You guys are
research.
definitely gonna be dealing with the seal.
Yeah.
But then figure out. Sorry, please. You guys will definitely be figuring out, kind of maybe some more about what's going on beyond it, and then it might be like every other session, or maybe, a couple sessions apart. But I think that's mostly it.
I don't know if I can hold the seal that long.
You touching cloth?
May need to break it before.
You
that.
pushing cloth?
Pushing cloth.
Break a seal is slang for peeing.
I know.
You guys aren't going to be breaking seals every session.
All right.
Realistically, probably.
All right, we get it.
All right. P jokes. Haha.
I break
Brown
the seal
pants.
more than once.
Okay, well, I think that's about it then. I really don't have much more. I barely had anything planned for this one.
I got Kevin's poker game saved us all. Thanks.
Yeah, it really did. It really provided a lot of me having to not do anything, and yet I think I did like it a lot because you guys could meet each other's characters, which you already kind of knew about.
Yeah, we didn't murder each other.
But no one knew about Gabe's character really.
Yeah.
So
That was true. She's a drug addict.
Yeah.
and
We're
then
going great.
and for a while our games were spotty in there, but I really would like to get it back to making sure that we have the weekly one going on, barring any emergencies, of course. So
I don't foresee anything.
perfect.
The only day I have to miss is September something.
Labor Day.
Because Lindy deploys that weekend.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh.
That's very reasonable. Is it a matter of could you do a Friday?
No, because I work Friday nights.
Could you do?
Okay. Could you? Okay.
That's inappropriate.
Could you
have
have your
asked
job?
to leave.
No, I'm just kidding. But
I will say
that's-
something off.
well, I don't have to go into all of that. But
I know it's
not right now, at least.
my
but-
brain doesn't work anymore. I'm
No,
sorry.
I just wanted to mention it because I mean,
No.
yeah, they were recurring for quite a
Well,
while.
I'm sorry. How far out was that? You said
It's September.
Sometime in September.
September. September. It's all good. I was just thinking like
It would be the 8th.
the 8th. Cool.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, and I really am pleased with this new setup on the cameras. I think it is a lot
Yeah, it's
better.
good. I especially like the human orc.
Yes, that. Yeah, I like the fact that I know that the words behind my picture on there are mirrored.
Oh, mirror.
They're mirrored, so they're on backwards because I had to flip the image so that the
Yeah.
characters would line up with the sides that you guys are on. But-
That's fair.
You can
You
take.
can just switch which side you're on, but that's cool.
No, why would I do that? Besides, like I said, it worked out pretty well because then I'd have to transform mine horizontally so that when I point this way,
I
you
guess
know,
that's fair.
it's,
Yeah.
I'm actually pointing to the
Just
side
make
that
sure
you
that
guys
when
are
you
on.
just make sure when you point to us, you also point down, so it looks like we're physically below.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the camera. I'm gonna
Hey,
zoom
how's
it so
it
far
going
in.
up there?
I'm gonna zoom it so far in that
It has the high ground.
they can't see your interaction, and I'm just gonna keep looking.
That'd be pretty good. I like that.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Andrew, if you would be so kind to.
Stop the
streaming.
recording.
It's the same one you started with.